Okay. So, all right. So you don't have your heroic experience points. What's a good baseline? Um, what do you have for heroic experience points right now?
Just 5. Or heroic? I don't think I have any.
So experience is transferred into heroic achievement after 6 points.
Yeah, I only 0 because I only have 5 experience currently.
5 total. Wow, that
Yep,
sounds.
that's it.
Have you been adding your failed
Mm,
rolls as experience?
I don't remember how many failed rolls I have had.
you should have at least 6 because you got 3 from last time and just got 3 now.
True.
Right.
So I should be at least 6. Okay, I
Mm.
might have not had updated.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you had, unless you just added 3, maybe you had 2, and so then you should have 8.
That might be.
Is
I
what?
think I spent some, and then I
Yeah,
think that might have been just left over. So does that
that's
sound
what it sounds like to me.
correct?
Okay, so if you spend stuff, let's call your experience at 8. That sounds
Okay, that
okay for to
sounds
me.
correct. That sounds
And
yeah.
then Derek, it was experience correction time. Derek, how much experience do you think you have? I mean, how much experience do you have?
I have 14.
You have 14. Okay. So I'm just and you've spent on your character already, obviously.
I um I still have that, so I could, if you're gonna let us spend it right now, I could spend up to 2.
I'm just
Um,
I'm just trying to come up with a
I could
baseline
convert
for
that.
like. Yeah, go ahead.
I could convert that to the, what do you call it? The
Six for one.
hero achievements,
Right.
right?
How many hero
So
achievements would you have total?
I would have 2 hero achievements and 2 experience.
Okay. So I think I got an idea of how that roughly. Zeppo, since you have not spent on anything, and both of these people have spent on things, which means they had at least a point at some point, write yourself down for 3 heroic achievement points. That should get you at least, something, right? And then just kind of mark your experience from there. I feel like that's fair. I just didn't want to like accidentally bump
Okay,
you up too much. So I feel
sure.
like I feel like 3 is good because that's the equivalent of 18 experience. I mean, it's not you still lost some probably, but it's better to just go with a nice solid number of heroic achievement points that we can spend later.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that makes it so that you have like
3.
3. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And now, as far as experience goes, you can now write down that 3 from the session. So this would be, all right.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
so everybody at least got 3 from this one except for Claire's character. All right, good. I just wanted to balance the group out because I'm like, if you haven't spent it all and Claire has definitely had character improvements, that means there's at least a couple of points spent there. So I'm like, let's
Yeah,
just
I
make
got.
Giving Zeppo 3 sounds right. I feel like 4 would be overdoing it. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like, let's go with 3.
I think I got 2 things, which was personal minion
Right.
and
So
dreams and
most
prophecies, which is things that would have been 2.
right
But since you were the third,
within your stuff. And I know
yeah, well,
Zeppo has failed rolls before, so I'm like, all right,
he
let's
probably
rough
has
this
failed
out.
way more.
Yeah.
I haven't really failed that often, if at
Right.
all.
Okay.
I
So
think I failed better too. I don't remember.
okay. So I think it's everybody good with the amount of experience and heroic achievement points they have.
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make it more fair. I haven't got a response back from Luna, but I guess at this point it might just be
Yeah,
us.
they're honestly, if they're it's been 30 minutes if they haven't showed up or said anything
They
back,
might
then
have
they're
fallen
probably
asleep
not. They
or the
probably have
equivalent.
busy or
It
any
She
happens.
number
gets
of
she
things.
she also gets migraines, um, and they're kind of debilitating. So
Okay. Totally
that might have
understandable.
happened to her. Yeah.
All right. So
I think
let's
she feels
see.
better.
Your brain character has turned into an NPC, so now you can't get strategic advice. And Eddie has turned into an NPC as well. So yeah, all right, that's where we're at. You're now looking down at a river of rats running under the city. Um,
Ugh.
Derek is still kind of frothing at the mouth and kind of looking like he's gonna jump down there at any second. What do you guys
You
do?
okay?
I think that the only person who's here with me is Luna now, right?
I'm
Well, let me
I thought I recall following you. Like I wasn't in
yeah,
the
he
sewer yet.
so what had happened, I think, is Zeppo was flying towards the area, but hadn't gotten there yet.
Hmm.
I feel like Claire will arrive later. Okay, so sorry. So right now it is just an NPC, Eddie, looking down
Hmm.
there. I assume, based on Eddie's demeanor, jumping down into a room full of rats without a plan is not a great idea. So he'll look kind of over the side and be like, "Derek, let's think about this." Like the sort of, you know, let's think about
Um,
this.
yeah, and when you say a river of rats, you're talking about
I mean,
like
there's like
hundreds
there's a couple
or
of hundred
thousands.
down there at least. You can't. You're looking down a darkened, sewer, so you're only seeing like what's in view. But in the water, you can see ripples of rats.
Yeah, hold on a second. Why don't you do somebody else? Because my son just came home. I'll be
Okay.
right there.
That's fine. Zeppo, what are you? You're just gonna fly towards where Derek is?
Um, let me think about this for a second.
Sure.
Normally, I think he would like he's underneath that prickly facade. He's a deeply caring person, but I think he in this because I'm sorry, Adrian, what's your character's name?
Claire, that's correct.
Claire. Okay. Claire, like he would have wanted to like made sure that Claire got there or got somewhere safely, but I think he would have been swept up in the situation and he would have followed Derek into the sewer.
Okay. So, um, all right. So the thing is with that is we're waiting on Derek's response. So I'm just gonna have you advancing there. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, you're at.
I mean, I can roll. I mean, I can make a roll to like.
Well, no, it's. I'm considering what is actually going on and what could you actually perceive. So you
Well,
were headed.
I'm just.
You're almost done. Click Open File
Oop,
in the top right to
no,
Hi,
continue.
Alexa.
I don't want to open file. Sorry. Um.
All right. What I assume the only other thing that you could get really is the only other thing you could get from that is you could kind of observe from above what's going on because you can see from your height um things that would be going, that you couldn't see through being on the ground because it's a dense wooded area. So
Yep.
I don't know if you. So one of the things you would notice.
Does Claire look like she's like in a safe? Sorry.
No, no, it's fine. Claire is in a relatively safe spot because the river of rats is pulling away from that area. No, none of them are really sticking around. Um, actually, I think what I'll do is I'll shift over to Claire and see what we can do from there. Hi Claire.
Hi, what's up?
What's up? All right. So you got the recap. So you were at the ceremony if they want to hand it for the dog, and the river of rats showed up. The question is, when Derek goes off into the distance, what is your reaction to do? Like, what do you want to do?
I'm probably gonna go follow him.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Everything is just literally follow Derek.
That's what I.
No, it's. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that we're
Not.
literally.
It's Derek.
Okay. Things. I'll cut to other interesting things that are going on then. Uh, Dean, while you're approaching Derek, and while Claire is approaching from the other direction, I'm sure, you do notice that the other cheerleaders are going further away from the park. Um, at which point you notice a sort of familiar van pull up to kind of like rescue them, basically. That is something you would have noticed. Yeah. Let's see. I wonder how long David's gonna be.
Would you like me to do something else since He's not. He's.
Yeah, I mean, you can go ahead. Like I said, you had actions while approaching Derek, because you can go through the woods and deal with rat things, or you know what I mean.
I mean, there's a whole river of rats coming, and I kind of where the hell are they coming from? What are they? It's not normal rats.
But
Well,
just so you know, I am back.
What exact?
oh, you are back.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I was trying to get the TV to work, but something's wrong with it. So I had
Gotcha.
to come up with a B plan. Um.
So yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, they happened exactly what I thought, which was everyone follows you because you were the one
Because
charging off.
I'm the biggest dumbest guy in the room.
Right,
Thanks.
exactly. Group morale went that way.
We go this way. The party goes this way. We go in this way.
Um, so
Yep,
yeah,
that's
the
cool.
question is, do you contemplate or you just dive in? That's really, really where we're at here.
So the dog helped me open the thing up.
Right. Well, Eddie was
Sta-
struggling with it, but then you
yeah,
guys kind of worked as a team and pushed it all away.
Eddie's standing there. Dean and Claire are coming up behind. Now that I see there's a river of rats, because it's not just like a few,
Yeah.
that is definitely going to make me stop, because that's a bad idea. And I'm pretty sure that when I rolled, I didn't lose control.
You didn't. You just
Uh,
you have a taste for it, but you're not like, man, do I need to eat these to survive? It's not, you know what I mean?
um, I to Claire's point, where, like, if I'm kind of drawing a line of where the sewer seems to be coming from and or going, what is behind me and in front of me?
Um, so behind you is obviously where the park was, because
Okay.
that it goes over the, you know what I mean? Like, it goes from the woods over the ledge, into
hmm
the
hmm
sewer. In front of you is basically like the main town hub.
hmm And that's the way that uh um Amos seemed to be going, right?
If we want to play it that Amos is following the purple cloud, since he seemed
Uh-huh.
interested in it, that's fine. We can say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm gonna forego jumping into this hole and say, I gotta fight this, guys. We should follow Amos and see where all this is heading to. There's
What
something else. There's something else
what
here.
what's going on with you? What exactly do you mean?
Uh, I
I'm just staring
sorry.
at you. This isn't normal for you, so I'm concerned.
I look probably more pale and gaunt than normal. I've obviously got, rat blood on the front of me. Um
He had a delicious snack
uh,
eat. That's all.
I got attacked by one of those things, and I just instinctively attacked it back, and I haven't done that in a long time. But we can't worry about that right now.
Dean
We have
reaches
to.
into his pocket.
Yeah.
Dean reaches into his pocket and pulls out an open cellophane package of warm gummy worms and says, "Dude, you're looking pretty pale. You need to eat something." And he like extends his hand to offer the warm gummies.
I I look at your hand and then at your face with bewilderment.
I'm like, all
I
right.
don't know.
Are you
No,
okay, dude?
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
I'm gonna put my
Let's just.
hand. I put my hand on your shoulder. I'm like, relax. We're almost
I mean,
there.
look, if you
Let's
need to
go
eat
in.
another rat, go ahead. Ozzy endorses it.
Uh, yeah, I get that. Okay, let's just catch up with that purple cloud, and maybe the cloud and the rats are going to the same place, and we can figure out what this is about. Okay, let's just stay on point.
I could follow it faster.
Yeah, you can take the air. I've got the dog.
I don't want to be a
Uh,
downer here, but that cloud, like, you know,
is gone.
moved.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But I mean, you can
And
kind of get a general
and
idea.
Amos is just like running after it.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's probably, but even he, like, he's just a guy. He doesn't have a vehicle. He's kind of like just
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
it.
He's not Eddie where he can just zip
No.
along.
So, can you
Um,
describe the area? Like, where exactly is this place? Where?
Basically, like you guys just left like the equivalent of the city park. Like
Okay.
that's where you guys left, and um, you're outside of town, but not that far. Like only like a few miles.
What time of day is it?
Right now, let's see. It's actually just after morning, so it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock.
All right. So, it's 10, 11 o'clock. Right. And we're following rats. So, is this like a hole going into the ground? Are we following a river?
No, so there were rats that they went down into basically a big sewer section. So they were under they instead of you guys raised the manhole cover, but really they were just kind of getting into the actual drain and just like running back into the drain.
Oh, thank you.
So they were running into the street drain. There's a proper term for it, but it's the actual gutter in the road. That's where they were running down to.
All right. And we're going to go follow. Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, Derek, with the help of Eddie and such, had raised the cover to look down there, and now are pondering whether or not it's worth it. That's where we're at.
I got your back. If you want to go down there, we can go down there. If not, we can go back and I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe fight a dirty engine.
hundreds of rats is probably too much for all of us to take. That's probably not a good idea,
Maybe we'll
especially
just
in water. We don't know what else might be down there. Let's follow in this direction. Let me ask. Do I see if I'm looking around? Because I was probably looking at where where Amos might have gone and
Yep.
and trying to figure out where the cloud would have gone. Do I see the van?
Oh, yes, because you've stopped looking down the hole. You do see the van kind of as the door shuts on the van, kind of at distance, and it's taking off away from the park.
And that's the van that we took the other night, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Is,
That might be our ride.
Um, Eddie will just smile and goes, "No, I think this is pretty much taken care of, at least as far as that end goes."
Well, yeah. Anyway, let's Dean, can you carry Claire?
Dean.
I've never tried to before, but I mean, I can give it a shot.
I'm not that heavy.
And I mean, again, I don't want you to have to like make Eddie do anything if you don't want to, but
I mean, if you're
we know
telling
Eddie
Eddie
we
can
know
run real
Eddie can
fast.
we know Eddie can move into the center of town pretty quickly, and then I can follow behind everybody on the dog wolf
Right.
or whatever it is. I'm
Actually,
picturing it more as a big bony wolf, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like it's still the same dog, but it's mutated to be able to hold your weight. So it's just kind of a freak nature.
yeah.
I got a question. You said that is the grate still open?
Oh, the sewer lid's still open, yeah.
All right. I might be able to send something down there to get some reconnaissance at the very least.
Not a terrible idea.
All right. So I need a There's nobody around, right? Other than us.
No, though you do in the very, very distance hear like fire sirens, like things like because there was an explosion when the purple cloud showed up, so there is like a gazebo that's on fire back there. So
Yeah, but we're not anywhere near there. I got a couple. This won't take that long. I transform, from like the shadow of my robe, like how your kind of flowy robes, summon my personal minion, which
okay,
in this case right now is in the form of a spider. Oh,
okay. For
I'm
fun
gonna task it.
for fun's sake, I'll say that the spider, like, even though it's a spider, has like really, really blue eyes and just looks up because it's just like because it's a versatile minion. What up, boss?
All right, I need you to go down there and follow those rats and figure out what exactly is down there and come back to me, please.
Okay. It like try to picture how it would communicate. It like hops in place like 2 or 3 times as like acknowledgement and kind of like skitters down the hole.
All right, it'll be back. It'll find me. What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just-
Is it a look of disgust on your face, or you're just like, nope, that just happened?
No, I'm not disgusted by that at all. That's awesome. I like spiders.
Oh, yeah, me too.
and
Spiders are pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start moving. If you're gonna stay here, and why don't you and Eddie stay here and figure out what's going on down there. And I'll start moving. And Dean, do you want to start moving in that direction with me?
so wait, are you
Yes.
guys leaving Claire over the sewer?
I mean, unless you want someone to stay. I mean,
Wait.
again,
You're not going
Or-
into the sewer?
no.
I'm not gonna
said
let
no.
Claire go into the sewer by
She's
herself.
not.
Oh
She's
no,
not.
She's
I'm
not.
not.
She's
I'm
not.
not going
She's
into this.
making. She's
that's why I
making.
said
She's making the spider go into the sewer.
the spider's going to go into the sewer and figure out what's happening, and should come back with some information.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's page 32, by the way. If you want to know what that
Okay,
says.
sounds good. So, while you guys are
So-
just
I mean,
Is Claire going with you? What is
Uh,
Claire doing? Is she staying like by the sewer cover?
are you staying here, Claire? Because you have to wait for your spider.
I am unsure if I'm not sure exactly if this is like magical. I'm not sure if it can. I imagine it would have to walk back to me, or I'm not really.
Yeah.
Oh, when you communicate with your minion, you need to roll mystical for that.
Yeah, I can roll that first.
Sure.
Let's see if it figures. I said those words. Let's see if it actually.
Let's see if you really got your words across. Is what's gonna.
Yep.
This is about. You
Remember
got a pretty high.
D6s.
Yeah,
I
D6.
have a high note. D6s. It's 2d6 and then add your base,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, 2d6 and add your base. Same difference.
6.
6 total.
Yeah. Yep. In fact, was exact. Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
because you actually gave it the action, it hopping up and down, it must have misinterpreted what you wanted it to do.
What it?
Because a 6 is a failure, a 7
Oh,
to
yeah.
9 is a pass. So, okay, so the only way the scene played out was it like hopped up and down, so you assumed it knew what you wanted, and then it kind of went into the sewer. What happens to it, we'll find out later.
I thought it hopped up and down. It definitely understood what I said. I'm actually not quite sure how this works. This is the first time me summoning him. So I'm not sure if it's like in the TV shows where it can just magically appear and know where I am, or if I have to stay here, or
Yeah. All right. So
Well,
are
you gonna be all set staying here by yourself?
I should be fine.
I mean, we need to go, but
I wish I
I
could.
can't. I don't know if we should leave you alone.
The other option is that you stay here with her, and I'll go in town, and Eddie can come with me. But excuse me.
Bless you. Can I try to figure out if it can find me later, or should I?
Well, I assume you could just use that roll that stat again to like contact it. Like that would make the most sense. It's part of you.
Yeah. So it should have a distinct. If I say meet me here, it should be able to find its way.
Yeah, it should be able to find its way to you.
I think I'll be fine coming with you guys.
I mean, I think we need to get moving. But if we have, if okay.
Let's go.
All right. I just picture Amos like walking in that direction for like
Actually,
longest.
this begs the question: do I need to stay transformed to keep this going?
You
I
would
imagine.
So when you summoned it, you had to have been transformed. I will say that to communicate it with it, you'd have to be transformed. It existing, no, but to communicate with it, you would have to be back into the other form.
Okay.
So it you have given the energy for it to exist, but to actually interact with it, you need to not be you. So
What about my minion? Do I need if I
to be fair,
untransform?
no. To be fair, if it works one way, it has to work the other way for the other player. So
Yeah,
yes, it could still be functional, but you might have problems telling it which way to go and stuff because it doesn't understand you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you wouldn't have that connection. You'd just be riding a wild animal at that point.
yeah. Well, I am going to ride off on my wild animal in my magical form
Okay.
and say, "All right, I'll see you guys in the center of town. I'm going to start following that thing."
I look towards Claire.
Guess we're going
Uh,
together.
so
Yeah.
do you comfortable with me carrying you? I've never carried anybody before.
I think you should be fine. You can't be worse than my cousin.
Looks at Dean. Eddie gets up, looks at Dean, looks at Claire, looks at. He just puts his hand up. I'll just I'll just carry Claire. It just doesn't make sense because like Eddie is that character. Like I'll carry Claire. It's fine because it seems less dangerous than you carrying Claire because you might drop her. No offense.
I don't know how clumsy each person is. I imagine if they say that they're comfortable, I'll trust them.
I've been
for
getting
now.
good at moving people recently.
All right,
Cheerleader.
carry me.
Okay.
Wait,
Eddie's,
are you in like a spider form?
Right now, I am.
Oh,
Like,
uh,
I'm just like, yeah. What's the matter?
he kind of looks at Eddie. He's like, I think I think I should try to carry Eddie first. I'll be back soon to get you.
why do you want to carry me? I can run real fast. So, basically.
Are you? Am I bothering you? No, she just stares. She
I
literally
don't
stares at you.
I don't really have a problem with spiders. All right, well we can try. Let's see how
I
this
turn back into my
goes.
normal form. No,
He
I'll make it easy. That's fine. This should be
Well,
easy.
again,
Oh
I think
yeah,
that
yeah,
what Brian I think that what Brian is saying is that Eddie is going to be
Yeah.
able to transform and carry Claire into town.
He still looks
'Cause-
mostly normal in his transformation. He glows a bit, but other than that, he's not too wacky looking. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be strange, but it won't be like, if someone sees him, it won't be terrifying. You know?
I intentionally made my character
Oh,
fine, so
okay.
I'm back to normal.
Okay, so he turns into his form. Actually, I think he never left. He kind of was doing stuff before, and we'll pick up Claire. Okay, and then Derek will leave with them. So let's see, it's Eddie and Claire, and then Dean. You can either decide to fly or you can find a different way. I'm
I'm
guessing.
gonna fly.
Okay.
It's easier for me.
All right. So then everybody's mobile and everyone's heading toward town. Okay. Amos has already left. I'll get back to what happens to him when I message him. All right. It doesn't really take you guys that long to get back to town. One is going really fast. Can cover a bunch of distance. Derek is kind of like the second place sprinter, and then of course Dean is a little bit behind, but has a kind of a better view on the situation. So it's kind of a trade-off. Um, the purple cloud is not in sight anymore. It has been a number of combat rounds between discussion and things going on that you could kind of trace the direction it went, but where it went physically, you'd have to ask people or something at this point. So you guys kind of arrive in the center of town and go, I don't know, generally north is where it went.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep going north. I'm probably staying away from. I'm trying to like find ways to stay away from people
Yeah, I
and
mean,
keep my cloak kind of like over the dog so that it's a little bit less obvious that I'm riding a skeleton dog
okay.
in my basically vampiric form.
Uh,
Because
yeah.
huh?
No, go ahead.
Because that's probably going to be hard for people to deal with. But yeah, I'm. Could I communicate with Amos and see if he knows, more directly which way the cloud went?
How would you communicate with Amos? This gets complicated.
I
Um,
know, but
no, I'm trying to figure out
sorry.
what. No, it's fine. I'm trying to figure out how this would work. Um, you can, and Amos would not know necessarily any more than you did because he was
Okay.
going at human rate, and
Yeah.
so
No, that's true.
he was going on foot. So
Yeah.
you pretty much might have fucking went by him at one point
No,
at
that's
the rate
probably
you guys
true.
were
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. That's probably true. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like skirt through the parts of town that are a little bit less populated and where people might be a little bit less likely to care about such a weird site,
Sure.
and keep heading north, and just kind of just keep an eye out and an ear out for anything else that I might hear. I could roll a
Yeah, if you want
the
to roll some sort of, let me
keep
look at
my
my.
wits about me
I
kind
don't
of a
think it's to
thing.
keep a witch about you. That's more of a combat situation.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's right.
let me look at what would be the best idea for this point. Reference sheet. No,
Um,
maybe glimpse the truth is possible here. Seek.
um,
You could do seek guidance if you want to roll for the hot dice. Uh, those seem like your
what is?
best choices, to be honest.
Yeah, where's seek guidance? What is seek
You
guidance?
summon Toby and ask him questions. It's basically a 50-50 shot. There's no modifiers.
Oh,
Um,
okay. No,
it is literally roll higher than 6 plus. But if you fail, I can hold 4, which is basically 4 things I can do.
oh yeah, let's do that.
You want to do the really dangerous thing? Because, like, here's the thing. The other way is you'd have to basically interview people. That's what I
Yeah,
would
well,
assume. I assume that's what would happen with the other role. Is you'd be like,
that would
okay,
that would be tough in my current state. I feel like.
okay, roll then.
Um,
Roll those hot dice, and the world might explode for your pleasure.
yep, yep. That's come on, where's the dice roll at? This is a different one.
Let me roll my forms thing for him so I can tell you what he looks like. Really? Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, hold on. Somehow I ended up on a new dice roller, and I don't know how to operate it. So give me one moment to pull up, hopefully my regular one. Where is it? This one? Yeah, let's do it with that. That's fine. Wow, not great. That's a 5.
That doesn't sound
So
like it. Okay,
nope.
let me go look at my reactions. Give me a sec.
I'm gonna definitely take my experience point for that.
Oh yeah, you get that one.
Yep. It might hurt though.
Okay, great. So Toby does show up either way, so that's fine. Uh,
Uh-huh.
out of your robes pops a spice bottle with 2 weird fucking eyes and teeth.
Uh,
That's what it
I'm
rolled.
kind of like I'm kind of like the dog's kind of trotting along, and then the thing like jumps up onto his
It
head and
says
then looks up
in
at
big
me.
letters. It says Paprika across the side of it.
Toby?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're in
do
terrible
you know?
danger.
Yeah, no, I think I am. Do you know where that purple cloud got off to?
The what?
There's a big purple cloud that came out of the out of the dog's
I mean,
collar.
I felt a burst of energy that was dark and malevolent. That's why I think you're in danger.
Huh? Yeah. Do you know where it might be?
He failed the roll. Uh, all around us.
Uh, yeah. I guess that could be the case. Anything more specific?
Hmm. Let's see. Failed roll. Let me think. All right, so you're
I'm
asking
gonna
him
like.
immediately where he thinks there's dark energy or whatever. You're gonna be a dark
Yeah.
energy detector. Okay, that could be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He goes, "Oh, there's dark energy running through the ground of the city right now."
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the rats.
Oh
Which way are they
my.
going? Just like all over, or are they going someplace specific?
Well, some of them are headed north, but other ones are headed east, and some are headed west as well.
Oh, all right. Can you tell which is the biggest group?
Well, I guess you can trace the energy. Which is the biggest group? To the north.
All right, that's what I kind of thought. All right. No, all right. Jump back in my jacket. I guess I'll talk to you later. Unless you got something more for me.
I'm trying to
You
think
want to
of.
ride along?
Yeah, he'll float. He'll kind of like float there, next to you as you go.
All right. I'm gonna start moving again and tell everybody else. I talked to Toby and we might be in a lot of danger right now.
Let's see.
So be on the lookout for a lot of danger. But I'm heading north, so
I.
Should we
I'm
stick
going to go in
together?
that direction. I've again, I'm kind of like um moving in my own direction right now. Um, just again because I'm trying to stay more aloof. Dean's up in the air, and the two of you are probably moving pretty quickly. So, um, but we can kind of maybe we can meet on the other side of town. Um, is there like a bridge or like a specific road out of town, Brian?
Is there a specific road out of town? I mean, there is
Yeah,
like
that heads
like the.
north.
It's weird
Or
though. It's not out of town. It's into town. Northeast
all right.
into town in general.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite into town yet. So what would be like an abandoned building that I might know about that would be north? That would be in this direction.
Abandoned buildings in that. I mean, there are like warehouses, like every town has, but like there's not really
Uh-huh.
like an old haunted mansion or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
any of that
yeah.
stuff.
All right. I'm just trying to think about where they might
I
be
mean,
heading.
there is a town graveyard because towards the center of town is where most people build those.
Okay. All right. I mean, we could be tell you what, why don't we meet at the this this the south entrance because we're on the south side, the south entrance of the graveyard and kind of regroup there.
That's fine.
Okay.
Stay safe, please.
Oh yeah.
Um, while you're discussing the next plan of action, the bottle that was in kind of floating next to you shakes, and some of its little paprika powder or whatever you want to call it at this point flies out, and it's like, oh, I don't know what that was, but that wasn't good. Is what it says.
Um. Okay. I mean, that's cool. Uh. I guess
I
I guess
think one of the seals is damaged now.
one of the seals.
Yeah, there's some sort of. Oh man, I don't know how long we've got to chat because this might take a bit. But the magic that was placed on the school grounds to prevent the thing from coming up and being a problem, yeah, that.
The 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 thing. What thing?
Okay. Can I out of character for a second? you guys had a whole discussion with Eddie about the history of the school, and the school was built on top of something, and then
Yeah.
there was a big
Uh-huh.
fight with a demon or something. Well, whatever magic it is kind of waning, and that's been kind of described to you before. Well, he's describing that whatever spell was put on there, one of the thing is fractured or damaged.
Oh, is the school north of where we're traveling?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Uh, hey, maybe we should just head toward the school. That might be a better idea because that's there's something bad happening. We might have to take care of it, and I don't know how we're gonna do that. So meet you there, Dean, Claire.
I already said, yeah, I'll meet you there.
All right,
Yeah, I'll meet you
Great.
there.
great. I
Okay.
don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I can zoom ahead a little bit with you guys. Do you want to use? Hmm. I was gonna say, do you use your ability to try to tell everybody to meet there? I assume that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you and everyone head back towards the school. So it's about 10, 11, so it's about noon on a Saturday, so no one's really there. Um,
Uh-huh.
okay. So you approach the school grounds. You do, as you approach like the gates, you do feel something is amiss or something is wrong.
Uh-huh.
And you guys feel like when you walk through the school gates, there is a bit of like a shimmer, like something not right happened. And you notice out in the courtyard and then a few other places these black roses that are just sort of growing.
Similar to the one that I saw before.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
not normal.
Nope.
Can I try inspecting the black rose? I don't touch
Black roses are a natural.
it.
Yeah, I saw one of these. I think I showed you guys one of these after we talked to the lizard guy. And yeah, I cut it down but I couldn't really detect its magic source. And you're
I
saying there's like dozens of them?
Well, they're like it seems like they're sprouting up like around the school grounds.
All right. What do you got, Claire?
you said you figured out this out after talking to the lizard guy.
Yeah, I found it after we were done talking to him. And I showed it to you guys at that point, but it was already kind of withered, so maybe you didn't really, take a lot of note in it. But yeah, yeah, this is not a good sign.
I'm gonna try to. Can I inspect it?
I mean, do you want to get close enough to like poke at it or
Curiosity says yes. Let's do this.
Oh, okay. Hmm. It's
I
a
slowly, cautiously go up.
okay.
I take a couple of steps. Nothing happens. I take a couple more steps.
You do notice when you get closer, like the kind of like you'll twitch and kind of like turn its head, kind of what it's like, main body of it towards your general direction.
Okay, it's alive. I mean, it's a flower. It's alive, but
Yeah, that's not normal flower behavior.
no, it is. It's not. Would you consider? And how many flowers are around? Is it a lot of flowers or just a couple?
You've been noticing like there isn't a ton of them, but there was definitely more than like there's like at least 5 or 6 of these plant-like things near you on that side of the school building.
I'm gonna be cut. That this isn't normal.
Nope,
Should
nope,
I
this
go
is
for it?
bad.
Should I go further?
Should you go further and touch it?
Yeah.
Geez, I don't think it's a great idea, but it might unfortunately be a great clue. Um, ugh, I don't know, Claire.
I'm gonna.
You can you
I'm
can you
gonna.
can glimpse the truth, or you could do a physical, whatever you feel.
I'm gonna try to glimpse the truth, if anything.
Sure,
I could also burn it with my sword.
you could do that. but I think she wants to inspect it first.
I want to inspect it. Tell you what, if it attacks me, you can just be ready to
I
get
got
rid
your
of it.
back.
I nod. All right.
I'm gonna take my knife out at this point and just kind of be on guard.
All right.
All right. I'm going to glimpse the truth. I think is that mystical.
Nope. I
Nope,
think
mental.
It's
mental.
mental. All right. 5. Wow, just one of those days today.
Fair.
Yep.
You can cover dark truth, a situation, or another character. Let me think. Dark truth about yourself, situation, or another character. Okay. Yeah, that's the way I'll play it. So you failed the roll to actually see what's going on with that. But you do realize that it's like you start thinking about your friends, one pulling out a dagger, the other one grabbing a fiery sword, and you're just like, they resort to violence very, very easily. Like, possibly like, you're not sure in a clutch situation if they'll just go not in a good way. So, like, just, I don't know, you get an uneasy feeling, basically, from the situation. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go inspect it, and everyone starts drawing weapons.
I stop. I don't know. This doesn't feel like a good idea.
Yeah, none of this does.
I don't know.
I'm gonna start like letting the dog wander me around the school grounds. I mean, is that first off? Are we seeing the van by any chance?
No.
All right. Are we seeing anybody's cars? It seems like anybody's here.
Maybe like a custodian or something, but like very few cars at all.
Are we out in the
All
open,
right.
or is this a place where not many people are looking right now?
I assume you guys didn't go right through the front gate. You went through more like the back gate where like the gymnasium in that area was.
I take a
Yeah.
look around. The coast is clear. No one's here, right?
No, no one is here currently.
I transfer for a quick sec and beacon to the spider to come back. I think it's
Okay.
been a long enough time, and I transfer
Okay.
back to normal.
All right. You turn and you tell it to go back and comes. Okay, gotcha.
I'll wait right here. I'm gonna wait for my spider to come back.
Dark truth. Okay. You wait for the spider. You're just wandering around with the dog. You do notice. When I cut to Derek, because he's wandering about with the dog. You do notice that there are these black vine roses on other things too, like on other buildings. They're growing in patches, kind of throughout the back of the building.
I'm trying to look for a place where maybe there's more of them growing. Like they're tighter together. They seem like they're kind of like there's just generally more of them.
Okay. I mean, you do notice like an outside structure, maybe like a what do they call it? Like just an outside shed where they store tools, where the roses are a
Uh-huh.
little more thicker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the shed.
Okay.
And is there a window on the shed?
Yeah. You want to go ahead and just
Yeah,
sneak on up there and look in?
I'm gonna look into the window.
Keep your wits about you.
Um, roll wits about me.
Yep.
Well, what is that? Is that plus mental?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Keep your wits about you as a mental. Yeah. Let me just double check. No. Persona.
Persona. I think I have a +1 in persona, so that's
Good. Good. Good.
yeah.
So you climb up the old shed. You avoid the side with the
Uh-huh.
roses or whatever, and then
Yep.
look in. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm climbing. I think I'd be like kind of on the dog.
Right.
Like
You you find a way up.
yeah, that's a 10.
Okay. Well, it's still you set out what you okay. So you set out what you set to do, which is good because when you
Mm-hmm.
looked
Mm-hmm.
inside, um, you see kind of like a cocoon of those kind of blackish roses around what looks to be like a human-shaped body inside the
Mm-hmm.
shed. That's why it's a key wits about you. You're looking there, and go, ah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna wave to the other two and be like, I think I found something. I'm gonna go over to the door now. Is it locked?
The shed?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Hmm. Roll me a mystical. 2d6 and mystical. Did he lock it? I mean, that's kind of luck, right? Like, does he care? You know?
So I rolled a 6. If it's mystical, it's +2.
Okay. The door it is not locked. It just has like the throw bolt or whatever on the shed.
That's fine. I was gonna just use my thing and
Yeah, I
open it up
figured as
anyway.
much. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um. Yeah. I'm gonna open it up.
yep.
I'm gonna get off the dog and I'm gonna just look at the dog and say, uh, it might be time to eat. And I'm gonna open up the thing when they get closer
Okay,
and start kind of cutting my way through the vines if I need to over to
okay.
the
So
body bag
you
of
have
vines.
okay. So you're going to attempt to clash with the because you're basically like vines wrapped a cocoon, and you're
Uh
gonna like
huh.
try to like cut at it, right?
Yeah. I guess
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna cut at it.
that's gonna be a clash.
Uh huh.
So roll plus physical, unless you're gonna use some
Um.
funky thing to do that.
Uh. Yeah. I don't know if I should. What do you think? Should I
Kind of
use
to
the
you.
thing? Because my physical is not great.
Yep.
Like, what is my physical? Yeah, my physical is a -1. So I could use my fancy, handy dandy new magic beam. You can make a clash attack with a magic beam at close range. Roll plus mystical for the attack. Damage is equal to your mystical range. I don't know rating, so that would be 2. So yeah,
Do that then.
gonna do that.
Roll that. Mystical.
I guess I should have gone with a plus physical because I rolled an 8, so it still would have been a pass, but that's a 10.
Okay. Let's see. So it counts as a clash action, but you're using um
Yeah,
beam. Okay.
yes.
So on a
So
10, yeah.
I don't know if I can kind of direct it to kind of like instead of shooting directly into it to kind of like cut across it, if that makes sense.
You can use one of your extra effect to surgically cut with the beam rather than like blast
Hmm.
into oblivion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So instead of doing 2 points of damage, let's just say I do 1 point of damage, and just have it hit like along the top so it can kind of open up.
Okay. So anytime you do clash actions, especially in a close proximity, it has the chance to do
Hmm.
damage to you unless you particularly take that no harm function. So what happens is you open the door, you see the horrible thing, you
Hmm.
surgically try to cut this dude out, and some of the vines are like whipping out at you while you're trying to get at him. So
Okay.
take a point of damage as vines kind of like whip across you. You're basically being lashed while you're doing this.
And so because they're attacking back, I can use my can I use my vampiric touch to not take the damage?
Where does your beam come from? Is it from like your eyes, or how does it
I
focus?
I kind of see it through my knife. Like so
Your
again,
hands are
a little bit.
busy. You're like
Yeah,
holding,
so my
you're like, surgically cutting
yeah,
while
so
he's being lashed at.
yeah, I mean again, I don't know. I'm just asking if I can't do the vampiric touch.
Nah, I don't think so,
Um
because you need free hands, and I feel like you're focusing on your weapon surgically cutting this dude free, or whatever, you know?
okay. Okay. That's fine.
I'm gonna cut to the people outside, because that makes sense to
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna I'm gonna mute myself and try to get the kid to bed.
sure. Claire, we'll do this, because this is all stuff that happened during the time. Your spider comes back,
Right? What did you learn? Tell me.
tilts his head.
I
Um,
turn back. I'm gonna communicate. I turn back into.
oh yeah, that's true. You can communicate. You have to roll though, because
Yeah.
it's, again.
8.
Okay, that's a success. Uh, Well, he goes, "Oh, well, she was very nice, and we settled down. We think we're gonna have a family." And
Wait, what did you mean?
oh, you said he describes a rat thing with a very pretty face.
Huh.
You told me to go down there and make friends with them, right? It just looks
Uh,
up at you.
I'm just kind of if I- I'm just kind of staring at it with my mouth open. About this, I the Dean's watching. You just kind of look at me holding the spider in my hand. Like I just wanted to. I thought I. This is on me. I wasn't as clear.
There,
It was on me. It's not your fault.
we went down a
Uh,
tunnel. There was a little rat minister. It was cute.
Rat minister.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He had a
was
little
this a
hat.
whole society? Is there a whole society down there?
Yeah, yeah. They're not
Are
so
they?
bad. They're well, they are bad, but not towards people unless they're told to. Uh,
Under
So
different
I
circumstances, this sounds like the basis of a fantastic children's book.
it does.
the rat and the spider. Um,
So
see,
wait, so are they being controlled? Is someone telling them what to do?
well, I had to get the blessing of someone called the Rat Queen. Um, I think it was part of the ceremony. I don't know.
Does she know that you're
I
is
think she
she,
just thought I was a spider creature. I'm pretty sure,
oh,
which I
did
am.
he,
I
so
think.
what's your in your I mean, yeah, you are.
Okay.
In your opinion, what do you think of the rat queen?
Kind of bossy, I guess. I mean, she is the Rat Queen. Um, she gives them orders and they follow absolutely. Um, but overall, they're not mentally. It's very complicated for your spider because he tries to describe to you that they're not a hive mind. They are intelligent and almost up to human standards. So if they're given orders, they will go out, but they also are individual.
Uh are you happy with this with your chosen rat?
I mean, I was told to make friends with them, and she seems nice for
Okay.
her species, our species. We're friend. We're married now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Uh, 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 Claire was speechless. So how did you so is it like the whole like the so do they have like a you said there's a whole community of them. Is it like the whole like sewer or can you introduce me to all to your new family?
Oh, I doubt that's a lot of family members. Um,
And
I
so I think as your friend, I as your friend,
it's
I
way
would
more
love
awkward and funny than I thought it would be.
uh,
Okay.
as your friend, I think I'd love to meet your new family.
Oh, all right. Oh, um, it agrees. At some point, that should be a thing, and then it looks at you like, should I crawl back into your coat or something?
I mean, you have a family now, right?
I mean, I have a wife, yes. I
Maybe
should
with your
probably get
wife.
back. Mhm.
How about you go? How about this? I'll call. When I need some help, I'll give you a call. You come and find me. All right?
Okay. You
Go
put
have.
your you put your sleeper agent back down the rat hole.
Yep. I don't. I imagine, and I'm saying I'm not. Is this all telepathical, or am I really just speaking this out loud?
It's I assume it's magical communication. For
I
them, they just
chitter.
anybody who's watching probably just sees the thing just bob up and down and make noises, and it
I
does
give.
Why
the
are
same
you
thing.
staring at each other like that?
I give a little pat, like a
Okay.
cute little boob pat pat. I
On
put him
on
down
one
on the
of
ground.
its on one of its little legs, it has like it looks like a soda ring or something.
Aww.
So it shows it to
And
you.
then I go, okay, one sec. Get in my bag. Take my bag out. Take out a black ribbon.
Oh,
I kind of place it on top. It's like, here, for your lovely lady.
oh,
Tell it's a
thank you.
gift.
They really like small things that they can carry in their hands. And Paul like put two of its legs on, then runs
I
off.
give it a shiny corner too.
Oh,
Rats
goody.
like shiny things. All
Okay.
right. I stop.
That did not
I
go
look.
quite the way you wanted it, but it's
No,
funny.
I stare off into the sunset, just thinking about, all right, this is happening. And then I turn back to normal. I'm like, huh. So my spider's married now.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but I also wasn't expecting whatever just happened. So I guess it all makes sense.
Does I have a question about the spider. It says you create a minion, okay? That
Yep.
minion just comes into existence, but it doesn't say it gets dispelled unless you try to
Honestly,
dispel it.
I'm not gonna he's living his best life.
No, no,
He
no.
got
I'm
married.
just the thing I wonder about. It doesn't specify, and the rules are incredibly vague. I think you could just make another one. I think you just have to make the rolls. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. You can't like create them endlessly. I assume like you can only give orders to the one minion at a
Yeah,
time, but like you could pretty much set him free on his best luck until you need him.
yeah. Uh, so he needs it. I didn't give him an. I wonder what his chosen name is. He needs a name.
He probably has a rat name
You
now.
don't even know you don't know your spider's name.
He just created him like
They're
10 minutes ago.
he's a part of me. I just created them. Does that make I'm married too?
Uh,
I don't.
just
You
a
know what?
part of
No.
just a part of you.
I guess a part of me. I- the implications of that, I will save that for later. I'll contemplate that at like a midnight tonight. I'm just staring out into the abyss, trying to
Just
fall asleep.
just think about it in an alternate reality while you guys were heading towards town during a critical fight, spending hours trying to figure out where this thing went. It was going through like a rat wedding. Like
There was there was a whole rat wedding. Like there was a feast. They had a
so whatever was
The
down there.
courting rituals of spiders.
yeah.
Well,
I
Yeah.
think we shouldn't focus on the rats.
oh yeah, by
There's a
the way,
rat.
about that time, there was an explosion of like purple light at the distance.
I go back into my spot. I go ahead. I'm expecting a. I think. Is
I'm
that where
gonna take a
is that where
flight.
Derek went?
Yeah. Go ahead. You take flight again, I'm assuming.
All right, I jump into your arms now, full spider swarm. All right,
Yeah.
carry me.
Okay.
Do I need to make a roll to carry somebody?
Sure. Roll me 2d6 physical, because this is, you don't do it very often.
Okay. I've never done this before, actually.
I think you did it once, like
Hold
really
on 1
early.
second.
I
All
believe
right,
in you.
2d6 plus physical.
If you
Uh,
drop, Eddie's gonna laugh and probably catch, is what I'm gonna have to make him do.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, no, you didn't just fail, you really failed. Okay.
I'm a little unyieldly.
Claire, I want you to make a physical roll.
Oh no.
Whoop.
Uh-oh. Oh. 13. Not 13. No, that's 13. Yeah, that was boxcars.
Okay. You apparently did some sort of Olympic move that you didn't know you could do, and you land safely.
Probably the extra moves.
It's because it's a critical success, it gives you more options for blocking damage. So you'd basically land without any damage, negligible damage. Okay. Let's see.
Some spiders like seemingly can like just float on the wind.
Right?
Or just land and
It's like a cat.
yeah,
Cats
it's
land on their feet.
okay.
Spiders.
Let's
like
David, are you back yet, or are you still doing stuff? Nope. Nope.
I'm still trying to put him to sleep, but
Okay.
if we can do something quick, then we can try something quick.
Let me think.
Hmm.
Try move quick. Yeah, all right. You cut open the. I assume you're cutting open the cocoon with the laser. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
and what emerges from because it kind of lurches forward out of the cocoon, is what looks to be like a maintenance guy, like with
Oh.
clothes that's all like torn up. a bit.
Does he look in really bad shape, or does he look like he is uh,
He looks a little.
alive,
He looks alive, but like drained and pale looking. Like and
drained?
gooey with like green goo and ichor because you were cutting with a laser.
Do I happen to know what his name is, or?
Um, yeah, sure. It says Frank Mills because it's on his shirt.
Oh yeah. Hey, Frank. Are you okay?
Uh, yeah, he's pretty much non-responsive. He just makes
I'm
noises.
gonna, I'm gonna, do the vines look like they're still causing problems?
I mean, they're still whipping around in there. Want to just drag him out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab him
Okay.
and pull him out. Yeah.
All right. One last thing. Well, I'm just gonna have you roll physical, just to
Oh,
grab him and pull him out of the room.
ugh, you're gonna kill me.
I'm sorry. You're doing physical
Um,
stuff, dude. I'm sorry.
oh my gosh, I actually rolled a 12. I
What?
think it ends up being an 11.
Somehow you heroically drag Frank Mills from the fucking shed.
Well, I mean, in maybe because I'm in my other form, you know, and I did just get hurt, so maybe my adrenaline is kind of pumping, and I can see this guy really needs to get out of here. So I grab him and I pull him out.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to the rest of the group. All right.
Um,
So that way you can, do the thing you're trying to do.
keep doing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
So, okay. So, yeah, as you guys approach the shed, that scene takes place. He, the laser light show that was coming from the shed, dies down, and emerging from it is Derek's character dragging this beefy looking janitor guy whose clothes are all ripped up and he looks pale as hell. So that's where we're at right now. So what do you guys do?
Did we arrive there yet?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
he
that's
still
what I mean.
alive?
He's breathing, but like as a moderator, he's breathing but not well.
All right. Does anyone know
Dean
CPR?
Dean approaches him and places his hands on him
Okay.
to try to sense his vitals. He doesn't really do anything to help the guy, but he like almost like takes like this moment of silence to acknowledge and honor what he's just gone through.
Okay. He is breathing very lightly. His vitals look kind of low, and
He's still alive, but he needs help.
he definitely needs help. Claire, what were you gonna do?
I don't know anything. I don't know any CPR or anything. I think this is a situation where we get him out of this area and call an ambulance. Say we just found him.
Okay. So he's gonna like drag him away from the school.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think anyone else should come over towards a large spider web.
Right. No, I
Are
get
we
you.
in the back of the school?
Yeah, that's back where the place where you guys like to get into lots of fights. The somewhere between the gymnasium and the back of the school.
I could fly him to the front of the school and then call 911 from the payphone.
That'll work.
That seems like a
I
reasonable
don't have
play.
to say anything because they'll track the phone call and they'll send somebody. They'll send a cruiser to investigate the phone call.
And there's nothing that we can do. At least there'll be somebody on the way to help.
Yeah, you
I mean,
had
I don't know CPR or first aid.
a party member that did that, but you haven't seen much of them the last few days.
It's been a while. I wonder how they're doing. They're probably busy.
Probably busy. All right. So you guys drag. Well, not drag. You fly his body. Oh, Dean. Uh, carrying another package. Roll it.
All right, hold on.
Don't roll once. Don't roll.
Manslaughter is a criminal
can
offense.
hardly be worse than last time, but
Really?
maybe it is. 7.
That's a success, but not a really great. You managed to drop him off at the front of the building. Though, if you had been one bit off more, you would have just dropped him. So you just kind
Well,
of
I
like
could have dropped him on the building, on top of on the roof,
could have.
and
I
how
bet,
often do custodians
Okay.
clear a
So,
roof
I bet,
unless there's snow?
I bet dropping it
It
would have
might be a
killed him
few
too.
months before he's
oh,
discovered.
probably like at the state he's in, probably. If he's already kind of
Yeah.
like critical condition, and you would just dropped him right on the pavement in front of the school. uh,
All right,
he
so I'm gonna execute the next part, which is dial 911.
Okay, no roll for that. You just literally just press the button. 911, what's the emergency? 911, emergency. He'll repeat, because he's supposed to.
I'm
But
calling because there's been an accident.
it's like what kind of accident? Is he all right? What's the
I
condition?
hang up. I hang up.
Okay,
He kind of froze.
click.
And he hung up.
Okay.
He was trying to be really awkward, and he was awkward beyond his imagination.
I mean, calling in a 911 call is an awkward situation, especially when it's like I can't really explain the condition of what this guy's in. How did he get that way? Oh, well, he was in a shed full of magical vines that seemed to drain him of his life essence.
All right, well, I'm gonna fly to the back of the school now.
Okay. Um, what are other people doing? Claire, he took off with the guy. What are you up to?
Well, we were cutting through this. You said it was like a spider web or a web of something, right?
Well, so Derek's character had cut through basically a cocoon of these vines that had surrounded this guy, and
Alright.
we're basically draining the crap out of him, and then dragged him outside. However,
Alright.
the only person that's really been doing stuff right now is Dean, who flew off with him.
Alright, I'm gonna actually explore some more. Is there a place where these vines get denser?
As
Like they're
you,
originating from a particular space?
yeah, as you go past where trying to give a good conceptual drawing. I really ought to. The front of the school is like the street facing side, but if you go behind the school, you enter a more of like a dense woodlandy kind of area, and you'll notice that the vines are thicker and things out here. I want you to roll 2d6 in mental, or maybe you can just remember something that I told you. One of those two.
Is
And
this the garden?
I don't know, is it?
Looks like a garden.
Looks like a garden.
This looks like a garden to me.
Okay, you can use that
Okay.
information any way you want. I'm just saying.
Alright, I wait till the rest of the party comes back. Okay,
Fair.
that was the question. I'll tell them other information later.
Also, you'll remember. No, that's actually a mental roll. So yeah, 2d6 in mental.
Alright.
No serious penalty if you fail. You just don't get the info.
Mental. 12.
Oh wow. It was also in the vision several sessions ago. There was flowers and stuff mentioned back in one of the dream sequences, where there was other crazy stuff that happened, but you do remember something about plants.
Alright, this is the place where this is the place that I have been warned about multiple different ways. Okay, I wait for Dean to come back,
Okay.
and I'll before I go. I don't want to just go in by myself.
Okay.
And I also imagine Derek's there, so we'll soon see he gets back home.
Yeah, I'm actually he's not going to sleep, so I'm just kind of laying here next to him.
Okay.
But yeah, so as we get close to the woods, there's a lot more vines. What you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, also you'll notice there wasn't just roses. There's like some of the trees look a little not the right color. Some of the other plants look different too. It's just
Okay.
there's gonna be some sort of contamination or something going on here.
You see me when we get up. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, do we know which way the sewer system operates around here?
Um, so the sewer system runs between like places where there's buildings and such behind the school and out further away. So I better just actually come up with a straight up layout at this point. The town center um is pretty much the way you would expect it to be, right? But the school is actually up a bit because that's where the church would be. It would be up on like a hill, and
Mm-hmm.
beyond the backyard of the school slash the auditorium is actually mostly like a woodlandy undeveloped area,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
just to
And
give
this was
people a
the
little bit more, you know.
So, oh,
Mm-hmm.
to catch you up to speed, Derek. Couple of when we actually reach this, like you
Yeah, yeah.
see Claire open her eyes and surprise. I'm like, oh, I think this is the garden. Uh, I'm gonna wait for and she turns. She's like, this seems to be a very. I had a vision about this place. Seems to be a
Oh,
pretty dangerous place. Um,
yeah. Yeah, things are
also,
starting to come together, huh?
yeah. Also, the thing with the rats. I don't think it's connected to this. Uh,
Um,
my spider's married.
I heard a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Why
he
don't
came
you
back.
think that the rats are connected to this?
Oh,
Those
he
rats
went
were
down into the
not.
sewers. He got married. There's a rat queen somewhere. I don't know, but that was under the sewers. But
Oh, okay. Um,
I was also
I
warned. Hmm?
no nothing. Go, keep going.
It's like I just gotta look over this real quick.
Sure.
It's like, uh,
Remembers.
remembers. Looks at notes and or
No, that's
messages.
fine.
Double
I had
check.
to do some of that earlier. I was like, what was that person's name? Stop making so many NPCs.
It's like, I was this place seems the rat queen so far doesn't seem to be hostile, but I don't think she's connected to this as far as I know. This place is whoever is in here seems to be doesn't seems to be somewhat hostile. Or at least they're
Uh,
using whatever flowers
I think
uh, hmm?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think once things settle down, like if we can catch a breather, like maybe you can try to arrange to meet the Rat Queen.
Yeah, that was the idea. Who knows? We can have tea with the rat queen. Oh, before I forget, I also since you two are here, and I'll probably tell the rest of the party. All right. So, on my way home, I had another nice, lovely chat with our dear old lizard person friend. Friend, quote, I do quotation marks.
okay.
All right. He is no longer going to be using, what's his name? Toby's?
No, Jeffrey. See,
Jeffrey.
it's a lot
He's
of
no
names.
longer going to look like Jeffrey. He is going to look like me instead, though. So if you see
Gonna,
another, there may be a second me walking around. But I just
gonna look
wanted to
like
let you know.
you.
Yes.
But we should definitely tell Amos that. Um, I mean, everybody. Tell everybody that.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
there's
that's a fun subplot. I might write that one down.
but I needed to let you guys know since originally he was gonna ask me if he wanted to be one of you guys. I'm like, nah, I didn't think you guys would appreciate
It's a bit.
Yeah.
that. Was
No,
I
that would have been
wrong?
a problem for
That
me.
would have been a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I kind of like turn and look into the forest at this point. Is it pretty like dark and gloomy in there?
It's not dark per se. I mean, it's dark if you like, dense forest, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it's still like afternoon, so it's not like,
Mm-hmm.
dark forest time. It's just sort of like
Okay.
going out on a nature trail, kind of dark out there.
So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other thing that the lizard guy told me is he told me that don't go into the gardens at night because something grabbed one of their other guys.
Mm.
And this I imagine is the garden.
Yeah, and it probably did what it was trying to do, like what it was trying to do to the Frank back there.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think
What if I fly over it? I mean, I'm not exactly that close. Maybe I can get a better eye view.
not a terrible idea.
I could send
You can't.
another
I
one of
mean,
my
is it a
here.
good idea though? I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but maybe not a good idea.
Yeah, just don't fall out of the sky.
I'm honestly curious to see what's in there, but if we stick together, I think we can at least stay somewhat safe.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Anybody got like a
This doesn't
camcorder?
look
Because
like.
I can fly over. If anybody has a camcorder, I can fly over and
I know.
take a video. That
Getting
way we
Blair
can
Witch
all.
vibes. I'm totally getting Blair Witch vibes, but go ahead. Go find a camcorder. That's fine.
Shakily in the forest without the flowers.
Dean doing narration.
Oh, we could make a movie out of this.
I'm gonna
Children's book.
start
The Claire Witch Files.
Blair Witch files. Yeah, great. Thank you.
kind of like be patting the back of the dog's skull and say, "Come on, what was your name again? Fang. Your name's Fang now."
You got to call him Fang now, but he used to be called Mr. Pumpernickel in his former life.
Yeah, no, yeah. Come on,
I'm gonna
Mr.
scratch him
Fanger,
behind the ears. You're more of a thing now.
Mr.
He's actually
Nickel.
kind of is he adorable in the horrifying way?
So the problem is when they used magic
down?
on the dog, it had to be able to accommodate
down.
its rider, so its form was stretched, because that's the only way I can picture it. So it was a normal kind of dog, probably of German Shepherdy size, so medium dog. But then it had to accommodate his weight and size. It doesn't have to worry about damage, really. So I assume it got longer and
Wait.
thinner. So its bone structure is just wrong. Uh, it's been stretched. Like somebody went into like a Photoshop or something and grabbed the end of the image and kind of just stretched it. That's what the dog is like.
So he's still adorable in the horrifying way.
In a
Gotcha.
horrifying way. Like he's
Perfect.
more bony and weird looking than he would
he's
be as a.
Gotcha.
You've got a beautiful toothy grin.
He's so cute.
He's been elongated to fit Derek as a rider.
I poop him on the
Who's a
nose.
good boy?
Who's an abomination?
Who's an Eldritch abomination? It's you.
Who's the most
All right,
scary?
can you guys stop doing whatever you're doing to my dog?
No, I
Petting
can't. He's
Have
just
you
so
ever had a
horrifyingly
dog before?
beautiful.
I know.
He's not your dog either. Somebody else's dead dog.
He's my dog now. I'm gonna just start walking in, and I want to actually get onto the dog and kind of use it to clear a little bit of path unless the things really start attacking us.
Yeah,
Hey, Derek, where are you going?
Going in.
I thought you were gonna fly over, and
I'm gonna go
Well,
in.
I don't know where you're gonna go.
We're going forward.
I'm just gonna go forward and start trying to look around. We only have a few hours before sunset, so maybe if we can.
Is that safe though? I mean,
Is any of this safe, Dean?
I mean, like you're kind of a jerk, but you've kind of grown on me, and I'd hate to see you in one of those cocoons.
Well, look at the bright side. I'm here, and I can tear him out. We got each other's back. And if we don't find out what's going on in here, more people are gonna be like that janitor.
Yeah. All right. Well, Okay. Let's see what we can find out.
Okay.
I'll see you guys soon. Be safe.
So which order are we going? Dean first because he's flying up above.
Dean first, Derek on the dog, and then I guess Claire following behind.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Dean flies over the woodlands. From the top, it doesn't look too bad. Like it's not like you can really notice it, like the corruption it's only when you get closer or you're on the ground level that you notice that there's like black kind of markings traveling up the trees. They look almost normal. Um, from the air, you can't really tell the difference, especially with the low-lying weeds and plants because they're just too
It,
far down.
maybe it looks like a weird mold infestation.
Yeah, like if you were like a person that did biology, you might think, oh well, there's some sort of weird fungus problem that's going
Hmm.
on here.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna fly back towards the periphery of the wood area where we last departed,
Okay.
where I left the group, and I'm gonna try to follow them from the ground.
Oh, from are you
Oh.
Or
following
well,
them?
I mean, like I'm gonna like I'm not on foot, but I'm gonna fly low on the
Okay.
ground where I think the others have ridden off to or ran off to.
Okay, so you're gonna track them from above, is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be that high off the ground because I'm gonna try to like get in the weeds with them.
Okay.
So I'm not flying over the forest, and I'm gonna return towards where I left them, and then try to track them. But I'm gonna fly because it's faster, but I'll be closer toward like hovering, like flying
Okay, so
over the
you're like
ground.
low flying,
Yeah,
basically. Okay.
low flying.
So he pretty much to everybody else, he flew up, did kind of a pass around the forest a little bit, and then kind of just sort of is gliding next to you guys.
Guys, it doesn't
Okay.
look good from above. I mean, it looks like this. I don't know. I mean, this like black fungus that's growing up the trees. It seems to
Yeah.
be seems well. I mean, it's corrupting everything.
Hmm. Yeah. We got to figure out if we can identify where it's kind of centered. So, um,
I when I Brian, when I was up in the air, did I get a sense of like where it may be originating from?
Not really, not from the angle you were at. You could just see the tops of the trees. You like for the most part, the trees look normal, especially from like a decent height. So it's not. It's very hard to figure out where the source of something is like that.
mm,
And
I
you're not like a
mean,
park ranger, you know? Like,
if you want to go up and maybe make some circles in front of us, and then and we can be in communication, so it's not like you're gonna get separated. Um,
Yeah.
maybe you can see something or determine something more from up there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's fine. And I shoot up into the sky.
okay. Um, I think we're gonna have Dean do one of the roles that makes sense for this. I would assume glimpse the truth, right? That makes the most sense for the situation because you're just kind of
Okay.
circling, looking for info. So 2d6 in mental, and then I want to know what Claire has been up to after that. Did you?
Okay.
How's your mental roll there?
I rolled a 4 + 1.
You fail for glimpse the
I
truth.
failed.
Okay, I will get back to you next. Uh, Claire, what have you been
Yes.
up to? It looks like
He's
Dean
been
flew.
going.
Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, the Dean flew off and Derek ran forward, right?
Yep.
All right, I go at my pace. I'm not fast. I go at the speed of human
Okay.
because I'm don't have any extra weight to move around yet.
No, I get you.
I wouldn't be running, like I wouldn't be getting really far in front of you. I would be staying reasonably close.
All right,
You know,
well,
maybe 5-10 feet. I wouldn't get too far ahead of you.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to find the heart of this place. Where's all of these flowers coming from? Where I'm trying to keep which direction we're supposed to go, and also
Okay.
keep an eye out
Same
for
as Dean. You're gonna have to roll glimpse of truth again.
that's mental, right?
Yep.
12.
12.
Yes.
Oh wait. All right. So let's go look at that list.
These D6s are on fire and should be used for Warhammer.
I still think what's the most dangerous thing here? Is it kind of useful too? All right. You get out of 12. Yeah, you get 3. Oh, you can ask the GM a question that's not even on the list. So go ahead. What do you want to ask me?
What is causing all of it? Like, is it some what type of? Okay, I gotta be careful with this wording.
Yeah.
Um, what exactly is what are the I can infer that the flowers are sucking away people's life essence or energy,
Right.
but for what?
For
Like,
what?
where are we? What am a little bit more idea of what the fuck are we walking towards?
Okay. Um. Hmm. This is a more complicated question than I think. I'm trying to phrase it back in the way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying where is this energy going? Is pretty much where you're going with this.
Yes.
Okay. The energy from thinking about the layout, thinking about how the encrosion of the fungus or whatever you want to call it, it is centered deeper into the forest, and it is coalescing somewhere. Like this is purposely being redirected somewhere
To like a living creature, or is it like does it feel like it's to
to
something?
either to be like a collection. Like it's not necessarily to a specific person or thing. It is being harvested.
All right. I say we move towards. This energy seems to be harvest. These plants seem to be harvesting energy towards something. I say we keep moving forward until we find out what exactly this something is.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
What
Uh,
if we start to
hold.
destroy it?
But
Let's
Dean,
find out what it is first.
I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt Dean, but this is going on while Dean is having the thing that I was talking about. Remember when you failed your roll a little bit ago? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not actually going to get to say that because as you're flying over doing your peripheral searching, a tree goes up and literally grabs you and sucks you down to the ground. Roll physical.
Okay. All right. Oh boy.
It's like I just couldn't see him doing dialogue while he's
9.
Okay, that's fine. Success. You managed to break free of it. You probably use your flaming sword or something, and the thing lets go of you, and then the tree goes back to kind of like normal.
Was it the tree or was it like the black fungus type?
You do see like the fungus on this particular tree, but a literal tree just grabbed you. Like it
So
branches went around you and grabbed
it
you.
influenced the tree.
Yeah, it like grew out and then whipped around and grabbed you and like yanked you to the ground.
Derek, do you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
you gotta.
I felt that. We're heading in your direction now.
I don't think you should. I mean, the tree
Uh,
just reached up into the air to grab me.
um, are you okay?
Yeah, you made your physical roll, so you kind of just tumbled out and landed.
I mean,
Are you're back on the ground?
no, I mean, I'm still flying. Like I'm flying, but am I okay? I don't think I'm okay. I think a tree just fucking reached out into the air to grab me, and this is fucked up. And this is
Yeah.
Okay, now Dean, I want you to do another thing. Roll wits about you, please.
okay. Just a second.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured I'd give you the free dialogue of that fucking tree just grabbed me.
I rolled an 8. Wait, is what I'm sorry. What was that rolling?
Wits about you. It's let's see. For wits about you, it's persona.
Oh, okay. So I rolled an 8, and I have -1, so it's a 7.
Okay, it's fine. Uh, as you're on the ground complaining, because that's what you should be doing, something just grabbed you. The roots of that same plant are coming towards you, and trying to grab your feet, basically.
All
Uh,
right.
so Now, here's the thing. On a 7, I will offer you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or extra choice to pay. Uh, it looks like it's just got your shoe right now. If you want, you can just let it keep your shoe and fucking bolt. If you
Zeppo,
want.
Zeppo, Zeppo, what I want you to think about is that scene from Evil Dead.
It's close. It wants to be your friend, Zeppo.
Refriend.
It wants
Happy tree friends.
it wants to get to know you.
Kidding.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a virgin. I don't want to lose my virginity this way.
What?
So, do you give it your shoe, or do you?
Yeah, I give it my shoe.
Because
I
there's
give
other
it my
options,
shoe.
but the shoe seems like the fastest one.
Yeah, I give it my shoe. I
Okay.
don't like those shoes.
So what if
I don't need.
one of your fancy costume boots comes off, but becomes a regular shoe and just sort of sits there, and you run away with one? Now your costume is still missing that comedically. You know, you still have like the one for your naked foot and your full costume. Got my shoe. All right, that happened. You can go back to everybody else. He could stumble through the forest, I assume, towards you guys.
We see him. We see him because he would know where we are too.
Yeah,
So
eventually.
we are moving in the direction towards
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and he's moving towards us.
Eventually, when Dean can compose himself, he could rematerialize a shoe for himself. But because his mind was like, it needs my shoe, he just gave it to him. And I was like, take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, that's not great. But if this stuff is making a tree do that, maybe that's kind of the direction we need to go in. Unfortunately.
Which did I figure out what direction when I made that successful?
Yeah. I mean, you did really a pretty high roll. It was like a 12, and you asked basically, where is this all going? And it is deeper in the woods. Surprise, surprise, near the center of the densest part of the forest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's yeah, do that. That's gonna go really well, I think.
So wait, let me do a quick little analysis of the scene right now. You are down about half of your group. You are alone in the woods, and it's getting darker by the hour.
Yep.
And you're heading to the densest part of the forest behind
And
this
I've been
school
warned,
building.
and I've also been warned multiple times about this is probably not a good idea.
Great. Okay.
No, that's exactly what happened. I imagine, granted, we're one is cardboard cutout mode.
Yeah, Andy's somewhere back there.
So one is cardboard cutout mode, which I imagine would be with us if they could.
Yeah.
And the other two, I have no idea where they've been. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, we're only really down one member.
Do we know what time it is right now?
Well, you entered the forest. You've probably been milling about here about only like half an hour or 40 minutes. Yeah, I mean, very long.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it was about like 1-ish, you know. So it's probably somewhere almost about 2 by this point.
We got time. Okay. What time is it? It is October. We got time.
Yeah, you've got till like 5, 6 o'clock probably.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 hours. Before it gets
if
really
it is
dangerous.
we should have a hard turnaround point though, so we're not actually leaving the forest in the dark. So I say 3. If it's 1 o'clock now, we'll go in for 2 hours, and we'll turn around in 2 hours. No ifs and or buts. Unless we can deal with the thing that is creating all this.
Maybe even a little bit sooner. So yeah, let's hour and a half. Let's turn around.
Yep, and then we can come back on like tomorrow or another day. To deal with
some fire and chainsaws.
Sooner rather than later. I don't think. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right, Dean.
I just want to remind you guys.
It's a loaded question, buddy. I don't know anymore.
Suck it up.
I mean, I love the Evil Dead, but man, that tree came right at me like I was.
What that actress was? Yeah, no, that's I get it. All right, so let's keep moving.
Okay. You go through the spooky woods. It's not spooky in the fact that it's dark. It's spooky that the black mold is worse over here, and
Mhm.
it continually gets worse as you approach through the forest.
Mhm. Mhm.
Judging by some of the testimony from Dean and some of the things that Claire has witnessed, it seems like the ones with the more of the whatever that corruption is are faster and are easier to control. So, yeah, you know.
Whoever has. Well, we steer clear of those ones
Yeah, you
as best as we can.
best as you can as you
As
approach,
best as we can.
purposely approaching the source of its corruption.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, let's see. Are you guys sneaking through the woods, or are you walking through the woods? Because you're starting to get close to where Claire would think that this starts to coalesce.
Yeah, let's get a little bit more stealthy here. I think
I
that's
will be as quiet as I
probably
can.
a good idea.
You start to approach a place where, man, it's not wits about you territory, but it is freaking weird. Some of the trees have like woven into each other and made like kind of
Mhm.
like a hut of sorts.
Mhm.
And like you feel like in this place the trees are literally watching you. Like you feel it around you.
Mhm. Yeah. No, the hut isn't a surprise. Actually, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Um, all right. I mean, do we see a door, windows, anything like that on the hut?
No, it's like I said, it's a shape of a hut. So it's a bunch of like large tree trunks that have woven in together and they've made sort of a big
Okay.
triangularish kind of shape. It is a
Oh. Okay.
living building.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh,
I'm gonna
there,
try to commu- I'm
there is
gonna
there is like an entrance sorta to the
Okay.
building because it's like a hollow, you know what I mean? Like it's got like that where the roots come up, you know, from
Mhm.
underneath.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
Dean,
Well,
what are you
you
gonna do?
found a
Dean?
place where this is coalescing.
Mhm. Dean, what are you gonna do?
oh guys, I got a really bad feeling about this.
Uh-huh.
I
Do
think I
tell.
think we're over our heads. I'm over your heads. But what I see from up
Yeah.
here, uh, I don't know if we should be out here tonight.
Various
Uh,
choices.
Are you, if we don't
I mean,
like, what do you mean?
I think you guys are in greater danger than I am.
Why? Why do you say this?
Well, because whatever's growing on those trees is coming from the ground, and you're
mm,
on the ground. And honestly, I don't think we should be out here. We're half a team. Like,
mhm.
I mean, I want to attack this thing as much as you guys, but
Here
it's
is
gonna pick us off one at a time, and we're at our weakest. We're not even a full team.
think
We got to regroup and get everybody together.
think
Like
of this
what we're
as
doing out here is a
reconnaissance.
suicide
Okay.
mission. It's not even
Mhm.
like on the reconnaissance mission, and I'm telling you, you are in danger.
That's right.
Mhm.
They're in danger. Grave danger. The paprika bottle fucking spins around. It's still here. It's me.
Oh,
I
Hold
can
hey,
on.
I
Kobe.
can fly I can fly away at any moment. You can't. You're in the weeds. You're surrounded by this threat. It's corrupting the trees, and if you try to penetrate into the woods any further, it'll it'll envelop and corrupt you as well.
Dean, if something goes wrong, you grab Claire and you head up. I've got the dog. And if Eddie's with us out of character, Eddie can move pretty quickly and hopefully get out of here too. So um, I gotta look inside that building.
I got a question to the GM.
Sure.
So how I have the ability to control shadows.
Yep.
How does that exactly work? Is it like only like the shadowy parts, or is it like anime shadows where it actually like you can do stuff with it?
I assume it's wacky toon anime shadows because that's what the kind of game it is.
Hmm.
My eyes glow glow brighter as as shadows kind of coalesce and as I kind of make a swiping motion. One of the plants gets cut off and like cuts in two. I'm not as weak as you think I am.
Oh, I don't think you're weak at all. It's just if this shit does get bad, I'm not sure to get out of here. But I gotta at least put my head inside that building.
Yeah, let's be cautious about this. I understand where you.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to start moving.
Yeah,
Towards
listen,
Okay.
listen, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, proceed cautiously. This isn't easy to say, but you know, I'm really, I'm really grateful that I found your friendships, and I know we've only known each other for a few days, and it's probably too soon to say this, but I love you guys, and I don't want anything to happen to you.
Let's put up flags for the whole group there.
Just be safe.
Derek gets this weird, like wide-eyed, open kind of look on his face, and then kind of like shrinks back down and like, yeah, yeah, Dean, yeah, we care about you too.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you,
Be
dude.
ready. What?
Just don't die.
You care about
Okay. Go ahead.
Just be ready with that flaming sword. Right? I'm gonna swear if you wanna do that, I'll kind of shrink into your shadows and we can get in there together.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I actually make the shadows kind of keep us in shadow to help our stealth check? Actually.
Let me think about that. The thing that I'm more curious about is, oh, who is going to be leading the investigation of the house? We'll call it a house.
I'm just following the energy source right now.
Okay.
I think Dean should because, like, he's the most like he's been exposed. Like the whatever the house has tried to appropriate him.
I have no idea this is
and
a house.
he could, huh?
I have out of character.
I
I
mean,
have no idea this is a house. This is something from last
just
session.
seems.
I thought Brian was referring to like
I mean,
this entity in the woods is like creating like this house.
So there is a cluster of trees that have been bent into a shape of something that would look like a dwelling. I'm calling it a house for brevity's sake, but basically it's like a hollow opening where some roots have come up and sort of an entrance, you know?
So I think my
think the cave on Dagobah.
I think Dean it knows Dean is here, obviously. Because it's tried to grab him. He's flying around above this wooded area, and he's trying to distract from this thing's knowing about the presence of Derek and Claire.
Right, but what I was asking though is who's actually gonna be first in the door, just so that I have an idea.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
That makes sense. Okay.
I would guess that Claire and I would be going down there, but I would probably be the first.
Okay, and then I want Derek for basically for the group to roll 2d6 and mystical for basically luck, because see, you're knocking on the door basically is what's going on here.
Knock, knock, knock. That's an 8.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because you're using shadows and you're kind of like doing toon-like things, right? You go into a shadow and then you dodge between some trees and then you move back and forth. The thing you've noticed that the plants are active to motion because you guys have been around them for a while. So using shadows and things, you can kind of not step on the spots where you think they'll grab you. you know.
Mhm.
But to enter this building, you're literally stepping into one of them because it's basically like a tree hollow. So you're gonna
Mhm.
poke your head in there. There doesn't just all you see is basically darkness at this point because it is just you know it's a closed structure with no windows made of trees. Um,
Um. Yeah. I, God, I guess I need a flashlight, huh?
I mean, unless someone else wants to come come up with a solution.
Yeah. I mean, I, uh, Claire, you don't have a way to make light, right?
No,
Uh,
I don't really have any way to make light right now.
Don't
I
worry,
think the
Derek.
most I could have done was out of character. I could have given myself dark vision, but no,
yeah.
I didn't do it.
Um.
You do have a way of getting a flashlight. I just want to know if you want to do that. You do have
Yeah.
that option.
No. Of course I want to do that. So I'm going to make a roll, and that is a 7 plus 2, so it's a 9. I know you're waiting for that magic moment. This could have
Okay.
been it.
Uh, you have a flashlight. It's right there.
I do.
The universe just wobbled again, though. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
The flashlight appears in your hand. You turn it on.
Yep. Pretty powerful flashlight time too. Yeah, I'm kind of looking around. Um,
Okay.
and
Yeah. Both of you, except for Dean, because he's kind of like just kind of surveying and distracting. Wits about
hmm
yous.
what's about you?
Wits about you
That
is
person.
2d6 in Persona.
Okay,
Your
cool.
favorite role of all time.
Um, yeah, no, it's not. I just with the persona, I got a 6.
Okay. Claire, you turned the flashlight on in the spooky house or building.
Want me to roll persona, you said?
Yep, Persona and 2d6.
Did I say 1? I said 1. Because I have a -1 in persona. This is
Oh no!
Okay.
that
Oh
was snake
god!
eyes.
Just because it's fucking hilarious, you turn the light on because it's like you go into this horrible place. You're like you expect it, right? You're like, okay, just
hmm
climb in there. You walk for a little bit and you turn the light on. You're not ready. You're not because you just flick the light on. You see it. There is a mass of purple pulsing glowing vines, and in the center is like an energy coalescing, and you can like feel living soul slash energy swirling around inside this fucking what would you call it, like an orb of some type. And it's like this is spooky as hell. Like this is not good. Whatever this
I
is all sorts of not good, and you really want to leave right now.
I'm frozen in fright.
She's frozen,
Uh,
and you're like, what the fuck?
I just start. I'm trying to like back out, and she's just like standing in my way, and I'm just like pushing against her,
I
But
am
like
you
frozen.
also see
I
the
as
bones of like oddly elongated humans in their tail. Like
like
it's
like lizard
lizard
people.
yeah, yeah.
I
lizard
think.
people. Okay. Yep.
You're
Uh
like,
huh.
I'm out. It's like that's the feeling
Uh,
you get is I'm out. She's got the feeling of
uh,
Um, I grab her by the face, and I put my forehead against hers, and I say, "Claire, time to fucking go."
and you got
okay.
as you leave, you start feeling it the room getting a little bit more narrow. Like it's just a squeeze a little bit.
I hurry, holding his
Okay.
hand.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Dean, you're flying around a little bit, keeping what you think is the plants distracted, and you look down, and your friends go out of that place so fast. They get on the
hmm
dog and they start riding away.
Nope.
Oh, by the way, vines and stuff try to whip at you because you're setting off all the motion detectors at this point. It was
hmm
like no damage, just it whips against the dog. It doesn't feel pain really, so it's just like
hmm
um. Oh yeah, so I guess you were right, Dean, because you're above them and you see them like run
I'm
out,
gonna fly. I'm
terrified.
gonna fly up and away. I'm gonna put distance between me and in the forest, the woods.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
I told you guys, listen, I want to advance this as much as you, but we're in a weakened state. We're at half power.
They're not really conversating probably at
I'm
this
not.
point.
You see a look of
I don't
absolute
need you to
terror in her
talk back to
eye.
me. I just need you to listen. We're in a bad state here. We're not making any progress. All we're gonna do is we're gonna wound the team. We're gonna lose members. We're gonna lose people.
You say this as we're actively leaving. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been saying this.
like
we're
I've
we
been
leaving.
haven't
We're
saying this all
leaving.
stopped.
along. Like you haven't been listening to me. I said earlier, like this is a mistake. We shouldn't be here. We should leave. We're at half power. We're not a full team.
But at least we
You're in
know what we're up
danger.
against now.
We're
I
We
in
we
danger. I said
I
danger.
said danger.
we at least we know what is in there and what we're up against now.
I don't.
You're right. It's
Yeah,
time.
well,
Yeah, we're leaving. It's okay.
we're
We're
yeah,
we're,
leaving.
we're
but
leaving. You're
And
right.
nobody
Is that what you wanted to hear?
I don't
and
want to
no
hear.
huh?
I don't
Like,
want to
And
hear
nobody
that
got
I'm
hurt.
right. I want to hear that you're safe. That's all I care
Yeah,
about. I don't
let's
care
nobody
about
got
being
hurt.
right. Like that's not, I'm not trying to be right. I don't care about being right. I care about, I care about you guys and the, and what we have here. We have something special and I don't want to lose you.
so let's get out of here. As
Yeah,
we
we're
haven't
we're
stopped.
heading out right now.
Okay.
We're leaving.
For dramatic
Yeah,
effect,
let's
as you
go.
leave the forest, you do hear like some footfalls of like some larger person or something walking towards where you guys are running out. I don't. Does
I
anyone
look
want?
back since I'm on the back of the I look back.
You're already terrified. Being more terrified
Do I
doesn't matter.
see,
I
do
I
I
I
see,
Yeah. Go ahead. Who was first? Claire was first. So let's
yeah,
finish that.
Claire.
So
I'm
Claire.
running out. I look back as I hear footfalls.
Uh. Okay.
What's chasing me?
Not really chasing you. More like following in the direction you were going. You see someone, something of about 7-ish feet tall, with like satyr-like legs and big ass horns, like coming out of its head, and its body is like looks like it's all wood, like it's like a wooden body, and he's just like somewhere across between like a dryad and a satyr kind of look, and it like is carrying a wooden staff, and it's like just slowly walking through the woods, and the woods are like moving out of the way as he walks in that direction.
Um.
Is
Uh.
it is it
I
following
kind
us
of.
or it's walking?
It's more like observing you leaving. It's not really picking up enough pace for it to, to catch you. Just more
Mhm.
like ominously watching you as you leave.
I'm terrified of those woods, but that might just be the guy who we might want to talk to. But we should probably get the rest of the team if things go sour.
I'm not looking back. I'm just
No, we're out of here.
Okay. So yeah, the
because I
general description.
assume I
Go ahead.
assume that she's on the back of the dog with me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
holding you from
Yeah.
behind. I'm holding arms around you know.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to turn around and
No,
look
right, but she
at
has the
anything.
opportunity to look over her shoulder and be like, "What's back
Yeah.
there?"
Yeah.
So basically, a large satyr-like man with like I said, wood like skin, but it's like the same black corruption and the horns, and of course the goat eyes, because it wouldn't be complete without those.
Mhm,
You know, and a
mhm,
creepy looking wooden staff.
mhm. Um, yeah, I don't think we want to talk to that guy, but definitely not right now. So I'm gonna just ride us right back the way that we came, and get us out of the forest and back into the school grounds.
Okay.
Um, and
Okay, as you approach the school grounds, you go back to where the shed was, and it just
mhm.
looks like it's a destroyed shed. There's no vines or anything there. Either they've left or they've been dispelled. One of the two.
Mhm. Um, if I go out of my form, then you said the wolf would just like be around, but I would have less control. Um, I think it's probably time to go back to normal and get ourselves out of here.
Clear
Um,
turns back to
you
normal, and I'll be right
know,
back.
Okay.
I'm going to uh, stay in my form for a little bit longer and bring the wolf someplace that's a little bit um, um, un a little bit more ambiguous, a little bit more I think of the word away from a lot of these plants, but someplace where I could kind of like put it down and be like I'll come back and get you later, in a sense.
Okay.
I
It
don't know if
just
I can
sits
do
there.
that.
Yeah, just sit it behind a building somewhere.
Yeah. Like all right, maybe I can call on you again
You
right
tell it to
there.
wait there, right? You basically say wait here
Oh,
for me next time I call.
I don't even mean wait. Like I mean literally. Like I'm just gonna like make it go back to being dead
No, that's
in a
fine.
sense.
It's super depressing, but basically, if you give it that order, it digs a hole with its paws, turns sideways, and becomes a pile of bones.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll just push the dirt back over the top of it and say I'll see you later, buddy.
Okay.
I'm back.
Because I
Okay.
don't think that I don't think there's another minion that I'm
Oh,
ever gonna call on.
What
it's
just happened?
basically what happened was he went to just he told his minion to go to a specific place and then to wait for him in an inert form. So what it did was basically dig a hole for itself. It dug its own grave, and then it dispelled itself and became a pile of bones again.
All right.
Yep, and I buried it so that it's I can bring it back. This is most likely where we're gonna be whenever we need him.
Mhm.
Um, um, all right, and I'm gonna go back into my normal form. Um, and when I do, I just look like haggard and just tired at this point.
It's
I've been
fine.
in this form for too long. I've taken some damage, and
Let's.
I'm just
Did you take some damage before? I think you're starting to accumulate. I think you took damage from the
I'm
rats too.
All right.
yeah. I'm at 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So not terrible, but more just for the like the high of eating for the first time in a long time, the exhaustion of coming back down from that, and all of the other stuff that we just went through. Um, he's just like he's not like gonna pass out, but he's definitely looking a little bit haggard and tired right now. And I just it's Saturday, and I need to just have a good weekend. So
Do you want to go watch? Want to watch a movie? Want to watch a movie at your place? Or you could just relax.
oh yeah, I mean um I don't know about my step parents. I might be able to sneak you in. Um uh yeah, I could probably get the two of you in. Oh wait, Eddie's
So
here
be
too,
quiet.
isn't um yeah, let's
Hey, if you want to come back to my place, uh, I got a TV and a VCR in my basement. You know,
oh yeah, that would be good.
parents are on the second floor, so they won't hear us.
Could
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, my step parents are um they're not terrible, but they're not great. So yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Should probably.
You
I'm just
know,
gonna give a call to my mom to let her know that I'm gonna be out a little later tonight, hanging out with
yeah.
friends. So
Yeah, let's get uh kind of walk around to the front of the building and see if
Oh yeah, they
Frank is okay.
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa! No, I don't think we should
Just
walk
poke
to the
our
front.
why?
just poke our
The
head
police
around.
might be there.
Yeah. So we have nothing to do with it. We're gonna walk. Or we're just students. I'm kind of walking around campus because we go to school here, and we just happen to be walking by. That's all.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean, I
looking
guess
for
that makes sense. I
I'm
mean,
like
like, how are they going to tie some mysterious illness to us? I mean, like, that's just
yeah,
cray.
Just hey,
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at it.
okay.
I
You need to
was
be hey. She puts a finger on your mouth. You need to be a better liar. Just don't look like you're just relax and look like you belong.
yeah,
And
they
it's
asked
a
to
simple
say I
question.
was
Don't
you guys are helping me look for this pencil.
chill.
And I like I just pull a pencil out and I'm like, I was looking for this pencil. It's really
Yeah,
important.
well,
Okay, we
you
need a
know,
better lie than that.
if they ask us what we're gonna do, what we're doing here, I'll just tell them the truth. We're smoking weed out back. Whatever.
No, no, no. You are not gonna say that because if my mom
That's a
figures that out,
terrible idea.
I'm gonna be grounded tomorrow.
You could say you were looking
Yeah.
to spice things up, and the bottle shakes again.
Also, where did we get this bottle?
It's Tony. It's a bottle. It's happened to be what he chose.
I
Oh,
just
yes.
want to poke my head around. I
You
just
want him
want
to
to
go
poke my
away?
head around and see if they came and got him, or if he's still
Yeah,
laying
I
there
could fly.
dying.
I could fly onto the roof and take a look.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
what. How
walk.
do we want to do it?
I haven't changed form. I'm still in my superhero form.
All right,
That's
I'm in
fine.
normal form. I'm just gonna walk. I want to just go find out. I'm just gonna normally walk to the front.
I also want to see if the van's around. Maybe we can get a ride home.
Yep.
You know what we could do? What if we cause a disturbance out back and then cause the police to investigate
Yeah,
it and
yeah, you
find
do
us?
that. That
No,
sounds great.
I'm gone. No, I'm already gone. I'm walking away. No, I'm not gonna be any part of that.
Hey, where you go? It's just like, you know, I'm
Sounds
spitballing
like a
here.
terrible idea.
Nom,
Yeah,
nom, nom,
well,
nom.
Yeah,
like
We
I
literally do
can't have all
literally
great
nothing and get in
ideas.
any trouble.
come on, Dean. Just change back and let's just
Fine,
see if we can't find a way home.
fine, but you know, like this version of me is cooler.
I understand that. I feel the same
No,
way.
you don't
Dean,
get to say that because
Dean,
you're
the
confirming you're confirming my fears.
What do you
Dean,
mean?
the version of you that's the coolest right now is the one that has a TV in your basement. That's that's the coolest version of Dean right now.
That's fair.
All
I
right.
say a little louder because I'm walking away.
I
Okay.
put my hand on your shoulder and I kind of like shake your shoulder. I'm
Dean
like,
smiles and transforms back into his normal self.
Okay.
come on, guys. Let's just get someplace where we can
You're still a
hang out.
jerk.
Yeah, you know,
Don't
but
don't think this alters anything. You're still a jerk.
yeah, but you know, you have a basement and I have $20 for pizza and this
Yeah, but I mean,
joint.
it's like an unfinished basement,
And
and
if he
it's
does it, he's
kind of
gonna summon
chilling.
another $20. So
I've got
Oh man, we go to the
I
Shake
have an
Shack
electric
Cafe,
heater.
so we're at it too.
I have an electric heater, but like, you know, it's not
okay.
perfect.
It's gonna be perfectly. It's better than my house where my parents are breathing down my neck and be very confused why I'm bringing two boys back home.
Yeah, well,
Three boys.
Three.
maybe better breathing down your neck than not having any interest at all.
So all right.
Yeah.
I assume that the whole group just sort of like just
We're
chatting back and forth,
meandering.
but you're meandering towards the front.
Yes.
It seems like they've already picked up Frank. It's been a few hours as you guys walked around the woods, and like an hour, at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, and so they've picked him
Mhm.
up. And there are like police kind of like roaming around trying to figure out what happened to this guy, but all the evidence is already left, so they're just sort of
Mhm.
walking around with flashlights, like looking at stuff because that's what they're supposed to be doing.
I just keep walking unless they
Mhm.
stop me.
I mean, they might question you a little bit, but it's more like, why are you on the school grounds? And you can say
I go to
I'm
simple
school
stuff
sober,
here.
like, I go
officer.
to school here. That's
You go
not
to
what I
I'm
asked, but
sober,
thank you.
officer.
Thank you. That's
Have a
not
good
what
night,
I
officer.
Yeah, you
I
too.
say this, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. And he goes, yeah, I can't. Yep. He shakes his head. Kids today, no respect at all. Anyway, so you go by like they're not here looking for you guys, so it's more just like, can you get off the school grounds, which you do, you know. It's not like you guys are hanging
Mhm.
out here. They might ask you something like, did you guys see anybody or anything? What is the response?
Yeah, I thought there
Uh,
was a football game,
I haven't really
but
seen anything.
apparently it's an away game because the team's not there's nobody's out back playing.
Yeah, the Clovenfoot Devils are usually they've been doing away games recently.
mm.
Yeah, well, I thought they were playing at home today, but no,
Yeah,
no
they
luck.
were just gonna try to find a ride home. But it's been it's just been a long walk.
I mean, do you need a ride home? I can, he looks at his police car. He's like, I'm gonna be leaving here pretty shortly.
I mean, look at the three of them. Uh,
I don't
and
mind a ride home.
He could fit the three of you in his police car. He could drive you to his house in a police car if you want.
yeah, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, that'd be
You
great.
don't mind
I don't
you don't
think
mind taking the
anybody's
four of
home.
us, right?
No, 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 it's fine. This guy seems relatively friendly, so he'll let you into his police car. He's like, we'll have to scrunch a little bit because he can only let you in the back. So it's
Hmm.
like the three of you kind of scrunch in there, and yeah, he'll look into his buddy who's on the other side. Be like, do you wanna? It's a boring town. Do you wanna do the thing? Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. He reaches over, hits the button, puts the siren on, and it's like, don't worry, I'll get you home real quick.
Yeah, cool. I like lean over, uh, and I tell him because I think have I been to Dean's house before? Do I know where Dean lives?
um,
Or like, yeah, because I dropped him off.
oh, you dropped him off, right?
Um,
Yeah, you know where he lives.
and I lean over and I tell them, oh yeah, we live on. I tell them the street,
Yeah.
uh, parallel, like a street like a block over from.
Okay.
No, I tell them, oh, can you drop us off at this pizza place actually? But we'll get to grab pizza and then walk home from there.
Okay. So, yeah, he uses the traffic light to go through a couple of stops, and then sort of turns it off, and then drops you off at like a pizza place.
Oh,
All
nice.
right, you guys will be good from here.
Yeah, no, you guys are the best. Thanks.
Yeah, this is great. Hey, I'm gonna call the station. I wanna go on a ride along. I think I want to be a cop someday.
Thing.
After I graduate.
Yeah, it goes. A cop's good. It's a stable job. You just gotta have to deal with the hours and the people. But other than that, this is a pretty sleepy town. Almost nothing happens.
I know.
Who's the cop?
So it's boring that way. I mean, I'm sure you have to deal with a few drunks,
Oh yeah, yeah.
maybe some domestic violence, but otherwise it's pretty quiet.
All right. Well, he'll agree, and he'll let you out of the car. Since I'm trying to ruin myself, I'll give him a name so that you can look later.
Officer.
No, not yet. Hold on. So Frank Mills was the janitor
Is it
from
officer,
before.
officer?
No, he's not
Officer.
No, he's just Officer Maxwell. It's pretty. There we go.
Cool.
Officer. A little bit better than that. Okay. Officer
Have a
Maxwell.
good night, Officer Maxwell.
Yep. And him and his partner will leave. His partner didn't really say very much. He just sort of just
Mhm.
went along with the idea. It's like, sure, you want to run the siren. We don't get to do that very often.
I bet
All right.
I bet his partner's
What's
a
the
lizard
craziest thing
person.
you've seen, officer?
What's up?
Oh.
Hmm? Oh, you first.
Oh no. I'm waiting for them to leave to say what I'm saying.
Okay, they'll pull away.
I wave goodbye.
Uh, I bet his partner's a lizard person.
Probably is a lizard person. Doesn't say very
I
much.
I I walk over to Claire and I grab you tightly and I bury my eyes in your neck and you can feel some tears on your neck and I'm like I'm so sorry that I put you into that danger. I never
I
would I
I
never would want to want anything to ever happen to you. You're my best friend.
I hug you back, embrace you. It's you didn't do anything. You're fine. You're my best friend
I
too.
know,
I put you into danger as
I
well.
know, I know, but I had to say it. I don't want anything to happen to you. And I reach over and I grab Dean and pull Eddie in too. And I'm like, uh, you guys are great. And I'm really glad that we have each other. And and I'm hungry. So let's go get some pizza, and then smoke this joint and watch some TV.
Not like normal. Like, let's have some fun. I think we earned it.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Okay. Yeah. So very easily, I'm not gonna make you roll for pizza. You get pizza. You go into the basement of Dean's house. You enjoy whatever the heck you were gonna watch.
Watching Evil Dead.
Ooh, Evil Dead.
Because you want to relive the trauma of the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the only way to get through it.
Okay.
The only way to face our fears is to face them head on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could do time passes and all that stuff, and you can recover health, and you could tell me if you want to buy any cool powers or stuff. But that's up to you guys. This sounds like rest and relaxation break kind of thing. So if you
It's a
guys,
weekend.
it's
Nice
the
little
week.
weekend.
So
It
if you
is.
guys want to just, so a couple of things. We can advance time, which is just watching Evil Dead, and you can heal back up. That's the easy thing. And then you guys can
Mhm.
tell me if you want to spend any of your heroic achievement points, and then I can get on with the connection to the next day or the next part of a story.
Mhm.
So
Um,
go ahead.
I will definitely want to spend some points to
So
get
feel
some
free to
stuff.
convert experience into heroic achievement or do any improvements you want. You don't have to do them necessarily right now, but this is the time where you can, if you
so
want.
it would be
Mhm.
heroic achievements we've already gotten before the XP for today. Of this
No,
session.
any current experience that you have, you can convert into heroic achievement and you can spend. You know what I mean? Like you
Alright.
got 3, but that's not enough, obviously, unless you had
I
already
had
had the
enough.
experience.
I had
Okay.
some beforehand, so I have one
No,
heroic achievement.
any experience you have currently, you can turn into heroic achievement and spend. I'll let you do that right now and do whatever upgrades you want.
Because I had 3 failures for tonight, so I don't think that's gonna do anything. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'll let you. In fact, you won't get the experience for the thing we do at the beginning, but you would get the experience for the failures because that happened and it's banked. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
pretty
So,
sure I okay. What did I fail? Let's just make sure I had I compiled all my failures.
you failed the spider roll
Yep,
to
I
give it
failed the
proper
spider.
instructions, so it went and got married, thinking that's what
Yep,
it was
it got
supposed to do.
married. Yeah.
You definitely failed seeing the abomination of things that is going on in the forest.
Yep. I
Uh,
failed at the flower.
yeah, that's at least 3 right there.
There,
Other
and then
ones,
I failed at the end, so that's 4. I failed the not keeping cool check.
I think that was the one I was talking about in the forest,
That was
wasn't it?
Yeah, we didn't see it, and then we failed keeping cool as well.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
yeah.
right.
That's
I
why I
see what you
said
mean.
those 2
Sure,
separate
Yeah.
checks.
that's fine.
So I had those 2. I
Alright.
had something at the beginning, and I believe I had 4 altogether myself.
So that would be 4 failures for it. So now I have 2 heroic achievement points to spend. Let's go. And I can
I
spend
have
2 to get like
3.
something off of my
Yes, off of your original power set. It's 1 for something that's in your power set and 2 for something that isn't.
Mm.
Same goes for what's it, Zeppo. You can spend your points now. The ones we gave you. You know what I mean, and your experience that you earned today.
I'm gonna spend them
Okay.
this week.
No,
I
that's
want
fine.
to I want to do some research.
No. Like I said, it doesn't
I don't
have
want
to
to be
be.
rash about it.
No, I get it. It doesn't have to be right now. I just letting you know that you can spend it and then
Yeah,
update your sheets and all that stuff. If
Mhm.
let me know when you guys are done either spending or keeping track of all that stuff, and we can move on.
cool.
Actually, I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break. I'm just gonna use the restroom, and you guys can think about that stuff. So give me a sec.
Cool.
I'm just trying to think of
Hello. I'm trying to think of
Hello.
what.
I'm just trying to think of how would I got 2. I should be able to I should try to figure out a way to move faster than I already can. Movement might be
Great.
nice.
Not only are you a spider, but you're a rapidly moving spider.
That or get wings. That was the other thing I could have done.
Ooh.
Wings sounds cool. But I'm also trying to figure out, like, I want to, like, what is my character's kind of like on the team? What's basically what my role is? You know, like on D&D, like you got like the healer, the war, the fighter who's up front, the person who's buff debuff, things along those lines. I'm just trying to, well, being able to move and not be in a pickle sounds useful.
Yeah.
The other thing is I can always get more damage. More damage sounds good.
All right, I'm back. All right, so
Welcome
what's going
back.
on?
No, I was talking about things I could have taken. I can take.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you're done with that, and I will give you. You can tell me either the changes, or you just send me an updated sheet at some point. And then I will proceed with the next plot hook slash. You know what I mean? That'll happen after.
I'm just reading through all of these. I think it's going to take me a little while to
Okay. I mean, like I
actually.
said, we don't have to make the full decisions now. I just wanted to give you guys time that if there's something you wanted to take or whatever before the next bit, go ahead. All right. Let me know when you're kind of no. It sounds like Zeppo's gonna wait for and give me it later, and that's pretty much what
Yeah, I'm
you're
going to
gonna
wait
do.
too.
I'm
Okay.
gonna wait too. I don't know what I want to do.
All right. It's all right. I figured I'd give people time if there was something they were like, oh, I really want that, so they could pick it.
Yeah, no. Thank you, because honestly, I haven't updated my character because I thought we were waiting for like a lull in the story.
Right.
Like,
Lulls are like anytime you get like an actual break, and that they break from Saturday night into Sunday would be like staying up,
yeah,
watching movies together, and then resting is
that
probably
makes sense.
is a good stopping point. In the middle of combat, I can't do that. I can't be like, okay, you guys have time to concentrate and learn new things. You don't, you know.
Right.
But all right.
That
Well,
makes sense now.
so okay, so you guys can just let me know once you guys have decided things at some later date.
Hmm.
Did we want to do the next part, or do we want to end early because it's a good stopping point? Just
Well, I
curious.
do have one last bit to do. It's
Okay,
really
well, no.
short, so
We can do that.
okay. So not to end. I mean, movie night is a fun kind of ending too in its own way, but I have a pretty fun one.
All right, let's go for it.
Okay, so you guys rest up. You gain your new abilities. You haven't told me what they are yet. That's fine. That doesn't affect this really. Okay. In the morning, I assume you guys kind of like stayed up all night and then fell asleep randomly in Dean's basement. In the early morning on Sunday, um, who would be the best person? No, it's still Derek. A matchbook falls out of Derek's pocket and starts screaming.
Toby?
Yeah, it's Toby. He's making noise, and it's like I don't know, like 8 o'clock on Sunday. It's like what's going on? What's going on?
Are we all in the same room?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, it's loud. So yeah,
I
it's
go
just
over, I was like,
basement.
what? Pick up. What? Are you? Are you all right?
I can't contact Viola. I can't contact her. There's something wrong. I've been trying for the last day or two, but it bothers me. She cut me off somehow.
Out of character, Viola was our happy-go-lucky.
Yep. You haven't seen them for like 2 days.
It has been a while. We
Yeah.
should.
That's weird.
It is weird. We should probably go check up on her.
Do we know where she lives?
Hmm.
You have a general idea if you put your heads together, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we should definitely go and definitely go check on her.
I figured that like Toby's the one who'd be the most very concerned. Like what is going on? So, all right, you guys get up groggily because you're up not watching movies. Kind of like brush
Mhm.
yourself off.
Yep.
Get
Well, we had to
upstairs.
watch Army of Darkness after
Oh, of
Evil
course.
Dead and Evil Dead 2. So it's been a long night.
And you truck over to Viola's house. For brevity, I'm just gonna say you get there, and you go up the stairs. I don't know who wants to knock or whatever, but you decide amongst you.
I go up. I can.
Claire, okay. Knock, knock, knock. The family comes to the door. They look vaguely concerned. Yeah,
We can.
yes. Uh, they
Hi, we're
look distracted.
out of character. What's your name again? Viola. I'm
Viola, yeah.
Viola's friend. I was wondering if she was around. I wanted to. You said we were
She's
gonna stay
here.
today.
She's not well.
Can I? Do you mind if I come up and see?
I mean, maybe you can get her out of whatever is going on right now. She's acting very odd.
Hmm. All right. Hey, emotionally, we're all of our friends.
Okay.
Would this be too many of us, or?
No, it's you're only like the three of you, and Eddie's not here, so it's just the three of you guys, the guys who were in the basement and got the warning scream. So, okay, so you three of you kind of go up the stairs and you go to Viola's room, which would be what you'd expect, happy-go-lucky, nice, shiny posters of like, you know, idols and character, a fun room, right?
Mhm.
What you see is just she's got a pile of just random books in random pages, and she's mumbling to herself and like flipping pages and like trying to scribble things, but it's not quite looking like letters. And she's like flipping through books. She
Is her
tries
parents
no,
still there, or is
tries
she? Are they
gnawing.
with?
She tries gnawing on a pencil instead of
I'm
writing
like
with it.
Viola. Viola. All right, something is clearly wrong.
Flipping
Are
through
her
books.
parents still with us right now
Oh
at
yeah,
the
they're
door?
there. They're sorry. She's been like this for
How
like
long has she been like? How long has she been like this for?
since Saturday night.
Hi, I put my hand on her shoulder. Viola, calm. Oh, it's me, Claire. Can you? All right.
Papa?
Yes, Claire. Yes, yes. Uh, can you write? You just nod yes for yes and shake your head for no. Are you okay?
Bleh.
Okay, is she
She
just
just
babbling?
doesn't understand what you have just told her.
All
She looks
right.
like she goes. We tried to feed her things, but she doesn't seem to know how to use the utensils. She like tried to like use the fork and the knife like kind of like a chopstick, and then like really close to her body. I don't know what's going on.
Do you mind if we spend some time with her and figure out so we can get her out of this stupor or whatever
I mean,
she's.
if you can do anything, we're gonna have to probably send her somewhere if you guys can't figure this out or someone can't figure this out.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's give it a try. We'll try
sure.
our best.
Okay. You
Maybe being with her friends will help her.
parents leave the room and you guys close the door behind him, I
Yeah.
assume.
Okay, I'm gonna try to glimpse the truth. What the fuck is going on?
Oh fuck indeed.
What the actual fuck?
Oh, sure, roll it.
10.
10. Okay, you can do 3 of those questions.
Okay. What are the questions again?
Sure. What happened here recently? What's about to happen? What's the most dangerous thing here? What's the most useful thing here? What needs to be protected? What here does not appear as what it appears to be, or what is it trying to hide? Who's in control here? Not a bad choice either. What new and useful information can I gather? What sort of creature is this?
Those are all useful questions in each way.
Fair.
That's a lot. Is there a page on the thing I can like relift
Yeah,
those over?
it's also in the little cheat notes page, the one with the moves. But let me look for it in the actual book. Um, keep this quieter. Let's see. It should be early on. Should just keep page number. Let's see, basic moves. There it is. I do have a tab. Okay. You can do this together. Nope, that's not what this is. Let's see. Flips the truth. Page 61.
61. Thank you. Said I could choose 2 questions, right?
Yep. Page 62 is the questions. You actually get, I think, 3.
I get 3.
You get 3.
What happened here recently?
Oof. Someone has been madly tearing through anything with information, books, paperwork, drawings. They're trying to absorb as much as possible, like a sponge, an information sponge. And they're trying to look over all these documents and things all at the same time with no rhyme or reason.
Who's in control here?
Not her.
Yeah.
Something's in control here, but it's not Viola. What particular thing is in control? You don't know off the top of your head. I mean, you probably have to investigate a little further, but it's definitely not her. Something might be wearing her. You've had experience with lizard man. Maybe this is a lizard man thing, but this is very weird.
I mean, the last question is, what sort of creature is it?
Fair. What kind of creature is it? I want to say it in a way that doesn't
give it away.
I mean, giving it away is that's not that big deal really, but it's more effective. This is not a lizard person. This is not an insane person. This is something completely alien and different. If the best way you could explain it is if you were like an amoeba and you were trying to understand mathematics. If you think about the speed of adaptation, it's doing it very well. It's just something. It's someone or something that doesn't understand anything and is trying to figure out everything.
I'm like, I basically say she is not in. This is not Viola. Whoever in control.
I mean, it's Viola's body.
I'm saying it out loud so everyone gets the relevant information.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I don't know how to. How do I expect? All right, now the question is, how the fuck do I expel this with whatever this is?
Should you? Dude, is that a question you had left? I think you asked 3.
I already asked 3. I'm out of questions.
Okay. How? Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're asking it to the group. How do I expel this?
Yeah, I don't.
Can I? There's nobody else here but the 4 of us, right?
Yep.
Can I change into my other form?
Sure. I mean, what does it matter? They would consider this person insane anyway. No offense.
And when I do, I am going to close my eyes and I'm going to try to contact Viola in her mind.
You don't.
She's not. I'm not connected to her.
According to the rules, you don't.
Can I also glimpse the truth?
Sure, as long as you ask different questions. What I mean is, just don't ask these. There's no point in asking the exact same ones. It'd be just very negative.
Yeah, I gotta roll for it, right?
Yep.
And, oh boy, that's not good. That's a 3. Plus, what is glimpse the truth? I don't think I've got anything for that. Doesn't matter. I failed it no matter what.
Okay, a dark truth about yourself. Yeah. If this isn't Viola and it's just some sort of creature wearing Viola, maybe you should put it down. That's a dark thought. It's wearing your friend. That's fucked up. It could be just some sort of parasite wearing Viola.
I'm gonna drop that form and just kind of contemplate that thought for a second.
Well, that's like a dark truth about yourself. Is like if it's bad, maybe I should just get rid of it.
End it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm. I don't know. That's feels like it's not her.
Is it some sort of amoeba-like creature? I don't really know. I can't really explain it. I don't really know what it is. It isn't a lizard man.
So maybe amoeba wasn't the proper term. It's just it seems like it's something that's trying to adapt to an environment it doesn't understand, right? Like amoeba is the best way I could explain it because it's just like something completely foreign and alien to your perception. You know what I mean? Okay.
I can't even believe. You know, it's just one thing after another now, isn't it? We got this forest thing going on. There's all of these. Just now this is happening. Just
Okay.
I don't know what I'm not really sure how to. I don't know how I can help her.
As it starts to fade to black because it is down to like the last minute, she'll look at like some of the letters and she'll like rip them out of the pages and kind of like try to shift them around like a serial killer and try to form words. And the only word you get before it fades out to black is yig. Not yig, sorry, yith. And that's the last word.
Wonderful.
All right, I got it.
Yeah.
Good session, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. I got a quick question. Is Viola's player coming back or?
So they are on indefinite hiatus due to wanting to do other stuff. They may or may not, which is why there's the setup for this. So
Yeah.
let me just stop recording there.
Yeah, because that's the